Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Episode 163, Watch Your Six. Can you explain what does that mean to watch your six?
Watch your back.
Okay.
6 o'clock. Military.
Learn something new every day.
You never heard that term before?
No.
Damn.
Uncultured.
That's not culture, it's military.
Well, I'm not on social media that much.
That ain't social media.
Was that in TV shows? Did they ever say that in TV shows?
All right, man. Anyway, man, another episode. Another week has passed. Hope you had a stress-free week as possible. As always, we got a lot to get to. A lot of backstabbing going on in politics, especially. But we also gonna get into some a movie breakdown.
Oh, that extricable movie. You're talking about black divorcing black. Which is it? Shout out to the Honorable Sienna. Hey y'all, we back for another weekly recap.
We got trapped again. There was a lot of discussion around the Tyler Perry movie, Divorcing Black. I can't believe we fell for this shit again.
It was pretty bad.
It was better than the last thing, but we'll get to it. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about.
I take that movie Monique was in any day. The psychological thriller.
Well, what's his name? Lee Daniels. He had another movie coming out too.
Yeah, Deliverance.
They're starting to go into their more horror. We're in the end of the year. Halloween's around the corner. And then a lot of them will want to diversify their catalog, so they're trying to go to other genres rather than drama and stuff. So
ever since Jordan Peele been doing his thing, everybody been copying him. Y'all really watch that movie? Got to have discipline. Can't keep showing out to support bullshit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Gordon.
What up, Mark? Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Yes, we did. We endured it, so y'all wouldn't have to.
Yeah, they don't want to hear about it probably, but we're gonna talk about it because there's still some funny stuff in there, and unfortunately, with a lot of what we consider black entertainment, we have to take it more as a comedy than actually a serious drama at this point because the writing in these movies is just good lord. The character development is trash. The pace of the movie is trash. The purpose of the movie is trash. It's just all around just trash. But we'll get to it. Let's start with something else. We'll get to Trump too. Last week during the show, obviously, y'all said he got rushed off the stage. We went and looked, saw that there was alleged gunshots, and we see what that turned into. So we're gonna go into that a little bit more, and let's go ahead and get it started. Start with this right here. I thought this was just funny, a funny headline that came out. So we just saw that Ice Cube said that they might be releasing another Friday. I think it's called Friday 4, ain't it?
Tiny hats off his ass.
Yeah, so they're trying to give him access to. They seen what movies like Bad Boy and stuff is starting to do. I watched half of Eddie Murphy's movie Beverly Hills 4.
I didn't even watch half.
I watched like half, a little over half of it. I might finish it.
I don't plan on revisiting it.
If you were a fan of the previous Beverly Hills cop movies,
last week during the breaking news segment,
yeah. If you watched the previous Beverly Hills Cop movies, you probably will enjoy this one. It's like if you were a fan of the first American Coming to America, you probably didn't like Coming to America 2. But I think he did better with Beverly Hills Cop 4. But that's up for everybody have their own taste. So yeah, but anyway, back to this. Anna Faris says she'll only return to Scary Movie franchise with Regina Hall in the right check. Well, go ahead.
The scrupulous thing to do would be I would only return to Scary Movie if you guys return the ownership back to the Wayne brothers.
So if you said an article.
No, that's what I'm saying she should have said.
That's what I was going to get into. So she don't give a fuck about the Wayans.
The Wayne brothers.
The actual writers and creators of the franchise. She just want to push for Anna. And see, this is what I was getting to when I say about pandering to black women.
Oh,
God. I'm sorry. She only did this because Regina Hall is a black woman.
So if Regina Hall wasn't a black woman, she wouldn't have.
She didn't say none of the black dudes' names. She didn't say the Wayans brothers. She didn't say one of the proper ownership, nothing. She just said, if she's in it, I'm in it for the right money.
She said because her and Regina Hall have a great chemistry. and she wants to revisit that in the movie again.
When last time they were together?
The fourth one. They didn't.
No,
neither
years,
one of them.
not movies. Years.
It's been a while.
Been about 15, 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So,
but she said that movie gave her all her acting chops, improv, how to fall, all this other bullshit. This has nothing to do with the black woman. Leave us alone. She has respect for that individual.
If you say so, Honorable. If you say so. But bigger point what I wanted to make was she's saying in the right check. So this tells me her last movie, the last series I remember her being in. The last series I remember her being in is Beverly Blonde, what's called? Legally Blonde, ain't it?
I remember her from the bunny house.
That wasn't her.
She was in the bunny house. It's in the article.
Oh. That was what, 2000?
Yeah, they put out her last two movies.
So what year was that?
Seeing Hulk Hogan at the GOP convention reminded me of the scene from Idiocracy, with the black president played by Terry Crews.
Idiocracy. That's that movie.
Idiocracy.
That's the movie that what's called was talking about.
What movie?
The one that Ford was talking about. He got put into a chamber. He was supposed to come back in a couple of years, but he ended up coming back 500 years later with the president being a former wrestler.
I don't remember that.
And water being replaced by Mountain Dew. You probably never watched the movie, though. Yeah, I know the movie you're talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I know the movie. It's yeah.
What is the name of the movie, Mark?
Idiocracy.
Okay.
But yeah, the star. I ain't gotta read all this. The actress who stars in the new film, My Spot in Eternal City, asked that she would love to reprise her role, and Mint co-star Regina, who played her character best friend Brenda, would also return. I would love to work with Regina again. I just love her so much. We will make each other giggly all day long. Regina Hall will be my answer and money, but mostly all Regina. You think that series ever goes back? I don't think it ever goes back into their possession.
No.
But I think you might get another version of it.
I don't want to see it.
Did you watch the last 2, 3?
No. When they started putting Kevin Hart in it, I didn't watch it.
It was filled with a lot more white people, obviously.
I will say the Wayne brothers were funny in that franchise.
Oh, no. Just that franchise?
How I feel about the Wayne brothers.
Just that one? All right. All right, should I start with this or go with the... Here we go with this. If I get right into it. Tyler Perry announced his second film for Amazon, Divorcing Black. So we brought this movie up. It stars what is her name?
You know her name, Megan Good. Don't try to be funny. What is her name? Y'all be dirty. Just rotten individuals. You know her name is Megan Good.
I don't know how that's being funny, but okay.
So what is her name?
I didn't remember her name. Damn.
Okay. What was her last acting job? Anna Faris?
Yeah.
It was in an article.
Hold on. Didn't say she was just working on a new movie? You had
Anna Faris' last movie.
Cindy Campbell, the Scary Movie 4, the actress who stars. Oh, her new film is My Spot, The Eternal City. That's her.
Her last movie was The Estate. That was in 2020. But remember, she had that TV show.
Yeah. So she's had some small work here and there. I wouldn't consider those blockbusters that she's been in.
She had the TV show from 2013 to 2021 called Mom.
I never heard of it. It must be no daytime TV, wasn't it?
No, I think it was a prime time. Yeah.
Daytime, prime time, yeah.
What is nighttime?
Wait, was it on basic cable or was it on like
it was like on
it don't really matter. We can just move forward. But yeah, this movie here, Tyler Perry's Divorce in Black.
It was a sitcom.
This movie was considered a drama thriller that didn't have much thrill.
Megan's face looked crazy in that movie. Clips and boyfriend videos must all be those ethnicities.
Yeah. So Megan Good and what's the dude name?
Cory.
Hardrict.
Hardrict.
They star as a married couple. He comes from a terrible family, literally a trailer park family,
like a black version of.
Yeah, a black version of a trailer park family.
Never heard of it either.
Yeah, I never heard of that TV show. And so the whole thing is, at the beginning of the movie, her mother and father are in the church. Her father's a pastor who runs a church. They're trying to bury her husband's brother, whole family is criminals on the other side. Her husband's family is all criminals, what you would consider degenerates. The mother and her mother go back and forth. She ended up taking her son out of the casket
because the pastor went on a long diatribe criticizing them and calling out their wicked behavior that they have,
saying that the son is definitely in hell
because he tried to rob an old lady,
and that's how she popped his ass and killed him.
It was really bad. Like when I heard people give out their their experiences with watching the movie, I thought, oh, it ain't that bad. Same thing I did with Tales from the Hood too.
You didn't listen to them either.
I did not take heed. It was bad.
So as the movie goes on, because I'm not going to go all the way through every line. Oh, you can go ahead and
saw the movie, didn't love it nor hate it. Same plot, new wigs.
Definitely the wigs.
Hate My Saturday Family. Shout out to Regina.
How you doing, Regina?
Peace, good people. Another Tyler Perry classic award-winning movie.
Tyler Perry.
Get the body.
Get the body. Because the first thing we want to pick the casket up, and she said, "No, get your brother out of there."
That was just
drove him off on a pickup truck and went and buried him in the yard with the rest of their family members. But the point I'm about to make is, okay, we all know Tyler Perry movie. We don't need to do this long, extended breakdown.
Was this the black version of the Parkers? So there is something lower than being labeled ghetto.
Oh, shit.
You compared it to
so if you want to know what this movie is about, it's a bad storyline. It's a mixture of what's love got to do with it.
Ozark.
Hold on. Megan Good's character is pretty much anime. And if you listen to Hardrict, how you say his name? I'm sorry.
Cory Hardrict.
Cory's character, he literally plays Ike. Even his voice, it sounds like Ike. He sounds like a dude who's speaking from the 70s. Come on, he sounds like a dude from the 70s. You could tell his inspiration.
Expected him to say jive turkey at
any
point.
Yeah, he just didn't use the lingo. Everything about his character is Ike. Everything about her character in the beginning is anime. And obviously turns into Tina Turner at the end.
Yeah. It literally was the Ike and Tina fight in a limo, only they were in the kitchen.
Yes. And then you have, like you said, Ozark.
That would be
his family, his country family. Bumpkins.
And then Duke hate this movie.
Jason
Lyrics.
It's basically those three things mixed up in one with a bad storyline.
They never got together, but he became her love interest. He ushered in the Jason Lyrics part.
Yes.
He was this big Southern dude.
Arms, let me say this.
Tyler Perry picked him out.
This dude arms is the size of a damn 2x4. It's humongous arms.
Yeah. Pop out of Sailor Man, literally.
But he ain't had no spinach because he would get his ass whooped.
He got his ass whooped by Cory Hardrict.
So you could tell that Tyler Perry sat in that casting
Dallas
room.
In a movie.
Tyler Perry sat in that casting room and saw this dude and said, "You definitely look like Benji." The name of his character was Benji. Big arm dude named Benji.
Yeah.
I will say Cory's acting was good. I personally I'm able to separate the movie from the individual actors most of the time. I feel like he was by far the best actor in the whole movie. We had to
compare him to the dad's acting wasn't bad.
The mother's acting wasn't bad.
Yeah, shout out to Debbie. She's a soap opera legend.
Yeah. I feel like
I do think, what's her name from What's Love Got to Do with It?
Oh, you talking about?
The woman that played in Love. Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
I know you're talking about.
The stalker lady?
Yes.
Lynn Whitfield.
Yeah.
I think she would have been great too as the mother for some reason. It would have even though this brought back the whole Eve's Bayou because Megan and Debbie were in the movie Eve's Bayou, blah, blah, blah. Tyler Perry capitalizes on people's trauma. I bet Cory wasn't acting.
Well, he definitely was an abusive piece of shit in the movie.
Debbie Morgan.
But and another thing I want to make, because like I said, the storyline is not even worth explaining. Basically, he's abusive to her. She leaves him after a week of her mama and daddy talking good to her, and the other dude giving her a little bit of wood. She over the dude, and she turns into a complete anti-him. After feeling sorry for him for 17 years of marriage, she turns on him in a week and decides he's a piece of shit. I don't care no more.
She becomes a strong black woman.
Yeah, she became a strong black woman.
Wise enough to not watch it, can't get the time back. No, you can't.
Debbie Moore, yeah, that's the mother.
What about the lead woman's acting?
Megan Good.
Her acting wasn't terrible.
I'm gonna say this about Megan Good, and there are a lot of actors that are like Megan Good, beautiful women or women who are considered beautiful, who don't need to do a lot of range acting. They just need to be a pretty face that can say the line and be believable. Tyler Perry's writing didn't help her. Like, bad writing can be covered up with great acting, and the same thing for bad acting can be covered up with great writing. Corey's acting covered up for the bad writing a lot of the times, but with Megan, you saw the bad writing. Like, you turn from this docile, weak, quote unquote weak woman to this violent, willing to shoot somebody woman within a week. It just doesn't work. But yeah, there's no real
accent to, like you said, docile.
Yeah, so I also want to say that Tyler Perry has a problem with writing three-dimensional characters, which is a shame. Everybody's either good or bad. And his only way of trying to make somebody nuanced as a character is simply making bad stuff happen to them to explain why they're doing bad things.
Well, like, sometimes you're just bad.
Yeah, Cory's character was raised in a terrible family, abused. His mama told him to kill his own father, yada, yada, yada. So you're supposed to have some level of sympathy or empathy for him, but you don't because he's a piece of shit. And then you don't feel sorry for Megan Good's character because she's just dumb.
If you watch Tyler Perry movies, chances are you're going to church regularly and got the jab respectfully.
That might be a little true, but it's also funny how different social media platforms had different opinions on the movie. Because Facebook loved it, Twitter hated it. It's two totally different demographics of black people.
Well, you know who on Facebook?
Oh yeah, grandmas and aunties and yeah. And we got family members that was like, I can't wait to watch. I heard it's good, and it's like, all right. But yeah, it's not really that good of a movie. The story is not worth really delving into. I just found it funny that all the characters were kind of not likable. You didn't really walk away liking none of the characters really. Megan character you didn't feel sorry for.
The friend was a little ratchet.
Oh yeah, there was another comment she made in the movie where because Megan Good's character was docile, the friend referred to her as, "You from the South, you nice. I'm from the North. We don't take nothing." But turns out her husband cheated on her in the past, and she stayed with him. So it was just a lot of hypocrisy, and I don't mind that in the character. Like she obviously had something she was hiding in her personality.
Lonnie Love was
let's get to that.
when she said that Tyler Perry need to hire some. She said he need to stop being cheap.
Yeah,
and hire some writers and directors. Because I told you that he was trying to save every damn penny.
She said, "I'm happy that you help these actors to get work, these black actors, but you also need to empower these black writers and directors at some point
and stop being cheap. Stop
just putting the money in your pocket. Spend the money on the makeup, hair, the stylist."
Tyler's happy about this AI. He said this is gonna save money.
Yeah. That's why wigs and stuff be looking bad in the movie. I'll never get over Shamar Moore braids.
Oh my God.
Insane.
And the crazy part is he could have grew the braids. That's weird.
It became a meme when Kendrick said that line. What is it, the braids? People started posting.
What is it, the braids?
People started posting that picture.
It was the braids.
It was just terrible. Come on, man. Just crazy. Now shout out to Cory because he also defended Tyler Perry. Because
he defended that check.
Yeah.
And he got another movie coming with him.
As he should. Get your money, black man. Basically, he Divorce in the Black on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe, had a 0% rating. I've never heard of that. 10-20% is bad, but 0%. That means that everybody who reviewed this movie on their website hated it. Now I don't know if all those people were, black or whatever race, what background they had, but that was just funny to me.
He said it's the #1 movie in America. No, it's not the #1 movie in America. It's the #1 movie on Amazon Prime.
That's pretty good.
The #1 movie is, what is it, The Despicables?
Let me say this too.
That's the #1 movie in the world.
This is why Tyler Perry I believe every dime that he earned it. Because no matter what shit he released, it gets numbers.
Good or bad.
Even if you hate his movies, you watch his movie. We hate watch Tyler Perry movies at this point. Even if you know you're not gonna like it, you'll watch it just to see. This is why I hate it. He always gonna bring your numbers. I was optimistic
about it. If you watch Tubi, you get food stamps. Y'all.
I don't seen some. There's a guy on YouTube that reviews Tubi movies because I never watched Tubi.
All right.
But there's a guy who
Same people talking about food stamps be buying them.
everybody. I don't think that's rich people buying food.
Same
There's
people talking.
millionaires.
Shamar's braids were bad, but even more shocking what AJ fake braids on 106 & Park.
We
Can
never
you
knew he
imagine
had
every
fake
morning have to
dreads.
go into work and they have to put your dreads on?
That's
crazy.
Why are you walking around with fake dreads? But yeah. So obviously we ain't got to read the article.
I buy them. I know your ass buy them.
Yeah, I know you will. But he came out and defended the movie and said the negative reviews, and it's, like you said, it's the #1 movie. Yada yada yada. I'm gonna just let that go. Get your money, black man. They called it when your wife divorced you and said she needed how she said graduate. They was on the internet kicking his back in.
You know what's crazy?
Calling him all type of bums.
Tia
It's
knew
crazy.
that when she married this guy, he wasn't this the Mayweather of a cinema. Wow. She knew he wasn't this. Who's she talking about?
I know you ain't calling Tyler Perry Mayweather. There's no way. Go ahead.
Considering Tubi exists, you'd think Tyler Perry would up the ante, but turns out Kanye was right about who's running Hollywood.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with buying stamps.
Why did I know that the
Seafood
first
can
thing
be
I know you buy
expensive.
crab legs. I know you buy crab legs
With food stamps. That's crazy. You should not be allowed to buy crab legs with food stamps. I said it. You should not be allowed to buy lobster with food stamps. I said it.
That's a healthy debate about what people should be able to purchase with food stamps.
You should only be able to purchase fresh vegetables, fresh foods.
I disagree. I think you should
No canned foods.
If they give you to buy food, there should be no restrictions as to what food you should be able to buy with.
We know you don't eat vegetables, so when I said fresh, it just blew your mind.
Oh, okay, honorable. Okay, hate watching it with Mayweather. Yeah, it's true.
Shout out
What
to
up,
Uncle
Uncle?
24/7. Go check out his YouTube.
All right, let me go ahead and
Hate
move on.
watch.
So there's a new movie coming soon by Lee Daniels called The Deliverance. It to me reminds me of The Exorcist, pretty much.
Okay, well, ain't Monique playing a nurse?
I don't know what they playing. I'm gonna show
Shit, I'll be right at Pike Place Market buying me some healthy seafood if I had access to EBT. That ain't right, Regina. That ain't right.
I'm gonna show the trailer for the shit. Still work with people.
Probably so.
By the way, ain't this the kid from that? What's that TV show that was on Netflix? The Alien show. The little kids.
I don't remember.
Damn, he in Lee Daniel movies now. I don't know if that's a down or a up. Tubi movie vibes, Uncle.
Honorable,
All right, so y'all see it. Go ahead.
honorable that mahi mahi be hitting. Some
What did
people
she-
say my
What did she say?
or mahi. He talking about the seafood.
Right here.
Excuse me, something about having food stamps makes me a pescatarian. So she eats fish. Lord, they don't turn Glenn Close into Lucrezia? What?
Ain't it a character from what's the name of that show? Borgia? I feel like
That's not. I don't think that's how you say Lucrezia. Is that
Lucretia.
Lucretia?
All right.
I don't know.
But yeah, what do y'all think about these black horror movies coming out the last couple of years? Obviously, Jordan Peele started a whole thing where he made it more race horror.
Lucretia.
Lucretia, okay. Yeah, I'm saying.
Lucretia. Oh, God. Glad to see her still working after the flop with the big timer. Don't call me Auntie Ava DuVernay.
Ava Renee.
Early Christians were pedo dope heads. Original Bible was Greek.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you think about this? It reminds me of The Exorcist.
True.
It reminds me of what's the name of the other movie? Spell.
True.
Which is a lot of black horror movies are leaning towards more of the witchcraft. This one right here is more of a
Wow, really.
Christian leaning.
Well, you know, this Christian comes from Creekness, which is stupid. Larry Gaithers did the whole video on it. I'm not a fan of black horror and black people historically. Never liked scary movies. I like scary movies.
Historically, black people was like, it was, demon possession. And
yeah.
You don't watch scary stuff or you go
Well,
to
because
bed.
that stuff will jump on you. But for some people.
Yeah, the spirits and stuff. So yeah.
I'm here for black horror films. I love to see more. No, we have a lot of sources in this nation.
I I feel like historically, especially back in the day, black people were more associated with either comedy, drama, or romantic movies. You didn't see much action. I mean, late maybe the 90s, you started seeing more action movies around black people. Early 2000s. Well, even then, the action movies was more comedy. You had Eddie Murphy do an action movie, but it's comedy.
Spell was good.
Yeah.
With Omar.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good movie.
And Loretta Devine.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
That sweet voice.
She had a sweet voice, but she
voice.
was wicked as hell. It's all the way you tell our untold stories.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that show, Them. The first or the second season. And they're separate shows. They're the same show, but they're separate. What do you call it? He said?
What?
Anthological TV show, Them. The first season is not tied to the second season. It's different. Each season is a different story. Still didn't watch the first season and haven't watched the second season.
Well, it keeps the show fresh.
Yeah, so.
Me too. Bringing far to me is the white trauma being mounted into the subconscious mind. Spell.
Yeah, that's what I asked the question about. A lot of the movies we watch in our community or that were made in our community.
She said, what romantic movies? I only recall Trauma and Bonding.
You had Love and Basketball.
Shrooms.
You had Love Jones. You had a bunch of love stories in there.
But it was a little bit of trauma.
How's it trauma?
In Love and Basketball?
Going through stuff is trauma?
Them is tough to watch and based on a true story.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. But at some point we got to get around to it.
Okay.
Speaking of movies. I got nothing here. I just want to ask y'all a question.
Uh-oh.
What do y'all think of Tariq Nasheed being back on Vlad TV? After we've spent, well, not we, after people, maybe a small minority of people who even watch and care about this type of content, have been asking for him to be kicked out of the culture and ignored, and some reason he just won't go away. How do we feel about him going on this platform after talking down and against DJ Vlad?
He's a hypocrite. There's no need for him to go on DJ Vlad. He has his own platform. Why need to go on DJ Vlad?
Well,
he need money?
I used to say that all the time with people who had large platforms. You ask the question, why do you decide to go on someone else's platform when you have your own? Well, because they have a different audience. And when I go in front of their audience,
what audience is he trying to get?
When I go in front of their audience, they may not have known the stuff I've said or something like that, and I may be able to grab some of those people, come over to my side.
What is DJ Vlad's audience?
It's hip-hop.
So he needs the hip-hop audience?
Pop culture, hip-hop. Anything deal with black people, he got an interview with somebody from 8 years ago. The second they dropped dead, he got an interview coming out diced up for the next hour. The second that, there's somebody that died recently. Oh, the Fulio kid out of Florida. When he got killed, not even 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, if it was announced, he had an interview up on him.
So that's, he's exploiting.
He's a vulture, yeah. But
he's exploiting the black culture.
Platform, I can do whatever I want to do with the interview. It's mine.
Love and Basketball was trauma, and the only people who never played ball like that movie and think it's their story.
What? Okay, I gotta ask you a question. What's the other
She
movie?
said only people who've never played ball like that. She said, wow. Money running dry. Exactly, Brittany.
So you think it's for money?
That's what I said.
Well, he did say he has a new series coming. I saw Honorable respond to him when he said he wants to start a new documentary about the Hispanics trying to take over their culture. I forgot the title he came up with. He came up with a witty title for it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. When I first looked at the article, he had his hands in his pocket. Tariq is doing a Masonic stance. The secret relationship between the Dark Jewels, Tariq, and the Pale Ghouls. It's a slap in the face that all black go to that platform. The desperation hurts us all. Find a way to blame women for this.
But who blamed women? We didn't say nothing about women.
The Masonic finger pointing. Pale Ghouls. Vlad.
Isn't he Russian? No, he could. That still could mean he's a, tiny hat, but he's Russian, apparently. I look at him going on the platform as kind of a renege. Didn't stand on what you said. Only person
they never stand on what they say.
Only person that's came on that stood on what they said is Lord Jamar. When he decided to separate himself
from DJ. Russian ghouls. A Russian Jewish ghoul. He went on to promote the film, and the Latinx shut that down immediately after he kept mentioning the Oscars.
Oh yeah, they took him off Amazon.
Took what off Amazon?
They took that microphone check off Amazon, I believe.
Why?
I don't know. They got reported, I guess. But I'm about to say the only person who's actually stood on what they said when it comes to Vlad is Lord Jamar. When he decided he was no longer be on the platform no more, he hasn't been back on.
Does Professor Griff go back on there?
I haven't seen him on there either. But then again, I haven't checked the platform either. So.
He hasn't spun anything but controversy. Shout out to Tommy.
What up, what up?
Can I ask, how do you know it's a Masonic stand? Uh-oh. You know, I only hate that it's a slap in Lord Jamar's face.
Yeah, because part of the reason why Lord Jamar backed out of that was when they went back and forth. And he was calling him out as a coach of Vulture and stuff. And now it's like, you know, but he's still, Lord Jamar's standing on his own now. And Tommy, we know that because you know, books and stuff like that. I mean,
we can pull it up on the computer and type in Masonic.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show this. Recently,
left foot first, Tommy.
Oh yeah. Recently, Ice Cube went on this platform. We saw a few clips from here when they had Suge Knight on and a few others, and he spoke about Diddy, and he said he thinks Diddy's being targeted. So I'm gonna play it.
Are you surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you you have no idea? It's none of my business. You'll live longer. Kind of like the mindset.
I mean, surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? You know, hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
Well, that's kind of the thing with hip hop. It's always allowed the worst and the best to join it and be a part of it. It accepts anyone. So yeah.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, you know, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah. I believe, you know, somebody, you know, has the power to pull the trigger to make, you know, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
Okay. All right. So you think he's being targeted. So you don't think
who cares?
You know, Suge said you can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that camp. You're part of the camp that you think he's being targeted.
You know, I don't know enough to even be able to.
Yeah, he went on to say on social media that whenever you start getting intelligence agencies involved, somebody have to give the green light. But Cube, he's always been somebody that's willing to backtrack. I remember when what's the guy's name?
Tonight, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Shakira Ingram preparing to take over the YSL RICO trial.
She'll be the one to decide now if and how the trial against Atlanta rapper Young Thug.
Sorry, hold on. Yeah, what was the guy's name? The Nation of Islam brother.
Well, tonight, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Shakira Ingram preparing to take over the YSL RICO trial.
She'll be the one to decide now if and how the trial against Atlanta rapper Young Thug and several other co-defendants moves forward. 11 Live's Grace King explaining tonight.
I'm sorry about that. But yeah, what's the guy's name from the 90s? The Muslim dude.
The who now?
The bald dark skinned brother from the 90s. Muhammad. Forgot his name. Don't worry, you don't look nothing up. But remember he made that comment. He was like, Ice Cube froze up. I mean, like he went from being an Ice Cube to
something about
he melted. He
melted.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot his name. Let me show this. For some reason that kept playing. Have you been keeping up with that YSL trial?
No.
So now in the YSL trial,
Khalid Muhammad,
yes, his name. In the YSL trial, they had a new judge step in after the other judge had to step down. But crazy enough, the reaction to her becoming the new judge was
Patrick David tried to hide a name from his podcast that could be a handler for Diddy.
Hey. Hold on. All right. This woman here became the new judge for the YSL trial, but she's recused herself since then, which because she said some people she know has ties to other things, so she don't want it to be tainted. She don't want her to taint.
She doesn't want to
case.
be impartial.
Exactly. But when she's announced as the judge, the reaction immediately was, "He's cooked."
Might be. Well, he's got a black man as his judge now.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
It's a white woman, ain't it?
No, isn't it a black man?
No.
Go down. You sure?
Yeah. This is it's a white woman, if I'm not mistaken. This is a different whatchamacallit, though. The article you read. The other black judge, Pat, he stepped down.
Oh, so they were showing an old picture of him.
Yeah, it's a brown skinned black dude, kind of.
He looked like the actor that had that face that do the little smile.
Yeah. He's gone.
Okay, I thought that's who the new judge was.
No, she replaced the black dude.
Not sure y'all saw that, but in the show, how Q was compromised long ago.
Yeah, this is one of you touching this case. What do you think about the reaction to her becoming a judge? And the first thing everybody said,
I think it's sad that black men view black women in that light. That if I have a black female judge, I'm automatically going to get the book thrown at me. That's unfair.
Well, the numbers.
You can't say every black female judge does that. I'm sure a lot of them have leniency.
The numbers.
You have the statistics?
I've showed it before. Remember I showed you that graph of all the judges and how many convictions they have versus everybody else?
Maybe they just follow the law.
Well, yeah, I've seen people say, well, y'all just mad because black women hold y'all accountable.
Accountability.
You're like, damn.
Stop doing crimes and you won't have to face them.
I just want to show this, too, because let me show this. Since we on hip-hop right quick. There's a quick little update. So we talked about this 2 weeks ago, I believe, and we didn't even go into the article completely. So how an Olympic breakdance battle is judged. So this is the Asian person who wrote an article about how they judge in breakdancing. But what we didn't get into is on the official Olympic website for the breakdancing, they go into who started hip-hop, and you already know who they gave credit to.
Who do they give credit to?
Caribbean and influences. So when you see this right here, and now I've seen another video recently, they're over there juking now. If you don't know, juking is a Memphis dance. You probably have seen it before. Matter of fact, let me show it right quick.
Stay off the internet talking to me at Tommy.
Hold on.
Wow.
This is Memphis juking.
All right, straight out of Memphis. Let's do it.
All right, I just want to show an example of it. Now I want to show.
Okay, so what's the whole point of this?
I'm about to show it. Hold on. Damn. Hold on.
It's to show that Asian people are doing the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Is this news or side Duke's hobby? I don't know what this is really mean.
Hold on.
I'm trying to understand too. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Hold on. All right, here's a clip now of what they're doing. My point I'm trying to make, is that the same way they copied breakdancing, they're now coming into
Okay, but you can't
thing.
get mad when you decide to display your stuff to the world. People are gonna copy it. They're gonna mimic it. So
Wait.
what do you want to be done?
So I can't dance. I can't dance now.
You can dance, but what you gonna do if somebody copy what you do? That's like you coming up with a recipe of how to make bake chocolate chip cookies, and now the whole world does it. They just take it in, tweak it, and do this. It's going to be copied. It's going to be followed.
So you should just let it happen.
So should they get some compensation? What are you trying to say?
My point is, it's going to happen again.
It's going to happen, and you just want them to acknowledge that black people are the ones that created this and start saying
unlike they're
doing
doing with the previous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, how is this hard to? I'm not gonna play the sound on this one.
That's how Duke dance along. Oh, it be your own people trying to steal your thunder, huh, Duke?
Anyway.
Oh, God.
All right, what you got?
There ain't nothing to read.
All right, another story. This is an unfortunate story you got to get into now. TanDaGod has spoken up about her ex-boyfriend in a disrespectful relationship. This was a title that came. This came out like a month ago. This young lady, she was a rapper. She, according about a year ago, got into it with an ex-boyfriend, and apparently he was abusive. And with his abuse, it led to her defending herself at some point, and she ended up shooting and killing him.
Okay.
It didn't end there, though, because she then went on to, for the next year, comment about the killing or the self-defense, mocking the family and
being
him.
braggadocious.
Made a whole,
taunting.
Yeah, made a whole song dedicated to his death in a negative way, not a positive.
Why would it be positive? He
I'm not
abused
saying
her.
it
She's
should.
not going to make it positive.
I never said it was. She did an interview with a tombstone next to her with his name on it, saying she's smoking on him. She was talking crazy, saying his family mad, but ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, that's in Africa. They are actually smoking on people. They digging up bodies.
So it led to her opening up a shop, and on the day of the opening, she was gunned down and killed. So the whole thing is, people are saying, obviously, this is senseless violence. It's unnecessary. Why would you kill this woman for no reason?
True.
But when details came out, it was like, well,
No
play with
details.
fire, get burned.
Okay, we can go with that narrative. If you play with fire, you will get burned. But this was somebody that was abusing her. So this is how she gets through her trauma.
You're right, it's possible. But I don't think if the dude you dealing with, according to what I'm seeing, if the dude you're dealing with is a street nigga, he ain't going based off the people he's around, people that love him, don't go based off of the quote unquote rules. This is not how it works. So right and wrong is fluid to them. This is how I feel right now.
They're cowards.
We can say that. But when you do something to defend yourself and seemingly you got away as you should, the police, you were being abused, you self-defense. When you then, it seems like to me, the family kind of washed their hands of it. I don't know if they were constantly antagonizing her, pulling up on her, constantly threatening her. But for you then to continue to bring it up, brag about it, be braggadocious about it, not even just talking about him. Now you talk about the family, how they mad, they ain't gonna do nothing. You antagonize them. Do you think there's any sort of onus,
any blame, any accountability that she should take on her death? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying, should we ask for certain people to take better precautions when they know the people they're dealing with are willing to take it another level?
Black people can just stop just being emotional and just doing senseless killings. We can stop doing that, right?
That's true. But we're not talking about people that have that mindset. That's like saying we should get mad at people who commit crimes. People commit crimes. It is what it is. Majority of the population don't, but people do. So constantly critiquing them for committing a crime is pointless. Therefore you set up laws to deal with that.
So what should they do?
I ain't saying nothing should happen. I'm saying this is more of a precautionary tale to me, that if you do something to defend yourself, get up out of there. She was under protective custody, everything. Maybe don't go around and make yourself a target even more.
Shout out to Craig Council.
What up?
All jokes aside, these motherfuckers are trying to replace the melanins in your face. Crazy. Melanin
Apparently
is worth more than gold.
Just let them. We shouldn't even care.
Okay, I'm back. I love the juking, and we're tired of people stealing our shit. Is this the point of the segment?
Yeah, that was the point, but it don't matter, I guess. They're going to take it anyway.
She was doing the most For real, Jane Elliott says skin cancer is the leading people with no melanin. I mean, these females love saying they love the street dude, so
apparently we can't point out that he was a street dude.
you can point it out.
And the people that loved him apparently were street niggas. So we're supposed to just ignore that and say, no, you should be able to just go around and just do and say as
She
you
didn't want to be
please.
she didn't want to be discreet about how she felt.
Okay, and unfortunately for y'all, what
She
up,
wanted
Dre?
to be conspicuous.
Unfortunately for her, she's no longer here with us because they decided to do the wrong thing and shoot this woman who, according to what I've seen, she was a rapper. She opened up a shop or whatever. But when you put that target on yourself, then you know
The opposite of street N-word because y'all the same. Who is y'all? Who are you talking about on Louisiana? Who the fuck is y'all?
Oh, you mean all black men? Oh wow, say it with your chest.
You done went off and hit a blunt or something and came back.
Oh, you put this up?
I guess it just came up. The ghost. Remember me?
Oh, you didn't put it
I
up?
didn't put that up.
I didn't put this up.
RIP to both of them.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. Like I said, I don't know.
All black men. Watch your mouth, Goofy. Oh, I'm coming to Connecticut. I'm coming to Connecticut.
Did she have a kid?
I'm not for sure. I
Okay.
think she did. Did she have? I'm not for sure.
So,
Who
yeah.
hurt you, Honorable?
So rest in peace to her. I don't know what his situation is. I don't know if, so to his family that loved him, the people that loved him, condolences to them, condolences to her and her family. But hey, man, don't do crazy stuff. Speaking of spirits, though, because you say you didn't put that up, but I did not put that up. I want to show y'all this.
All cultures are out there for the world to see. Only ours is seen as anyone's can claim it. It's universal because we're the salt of the earth, Mark. We're the salt of the earth. What we do is it's just amazing to them, and they want to mimic it and they want to copy it.
Which is what I say for people.
You better not come without the red velvet cake. I got your red velvet cake. I got your red velvet cake.
Yeah. All right, let me put this video right here. I'm fast forward a little bit and get to a certain spot. So this woman is visiting a person who passed away, and she asked for him to show himself to her.
I'm gonna take some of these rocks up. I'm just trying to get a little idea how many more I need to get to go around your thing, and we're gonna come back out here and we're gonna hook it up for you, baby. We're gonna hook it up. Make it spin for me. Make it spin for me, Alex. Make it spin. You know I'm here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. 32, boy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There go my boy right there.
It's pretty boring here, Travis.
Happy birthday to you.
No, me on.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
That's a familiar spirit. That's a demon.
It's your birthday. Get busy. It's your spin, Alex. I miss you.
Unless somebody got a string and is pulling it off camera.
I miss you.
Oh, this sad.
God, I miss
So I want to show that video to ask y'all, what is your perspective on speaking to
The dead?
spirits?
I don't speak to the dead.
Speaking to spirits or recognizing them. Have you ever had an experience where
never.
you felt you had a strange dream or
I don't want to say this because I don't want to be what they say jinxed and it happened. I've never had paralysis, sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I've never had like a bad dream where a demon was after me, something was attacking me. Most of the time, I don't even remember my dream. That's why I said, damn, am I wicked in real life? Because I'm never under attack.
Yeah.
You know, most time people who they are constantly under attack and they have to battle things. I've never experienced that, but you have.
Yeah, I have.
You have. Oh, tell the leprechaun that you were little.
Now you telling my business.
You've had experiences in dreams where you felt like you encountered something and something was mainly in your sleep.
This is how I know it's
Yeah.
dreams are dreams. They normally mean nothing. Let me start with that. But I've never had a situation conscious where I've felt I've been around a spirit or something like this video here. But I definitely, when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of. I used to be afraid of the character Leprechaun. I know. Well, that was like 9, 10, maybe 7.
I don't know.
Can't remember. I was afraid of Leprechaun. So one day, I have this dream where I'm sitting in a house on a road with no other houses, but there's trees around. Not a forest, but it's spotty. There's trees around, and I'm sitting in the house alone at a kitchen table, and coming through the door comes Leprechaun. And the first thing I said was, "I ain't got to go."
I ain't got to go, man.
And what made the dream strange is I recognized it was a dream.
Well, that's a good thing.
Which is normally associated with lucid dreaming, but I don't think this is quite the same as that.
That's a good thing that you recognize it was a dream.
Yeah, so I run out of the house, and I run into the street, and I look into the sky, and I tell Travis, I'm yelling to the sky, Travis, wake me up. Travis, wake me up. He didn't wake me up. But when I did wake up, he was just sitting there, and I yelled at him, why didn't you wake me up? He didn't know why I said that, so it kind of went away.
Yeah.
I've also had the dream, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have this dream, where I was standing on a building, looking at myself, and when they jumped off the building, I then became myself.
Shout out to Kiefer. As an adult, you're afraid of leprechauns. It was a kid. He was a kid.
I was a child. I was a child. Go ahead, you can go through them.
I couldn't bring myself to watch the video of the lady and her son, but I definitely enjoyed reading the comment. Never really realized how spiritual our people are.
Pause. Okay, I'm from the South,
yeah.
So I know all the superstitions. Even when I didn't know what they were, as I got older, I found out why we do certain stuff, and I didn't know it. A lot of this stuff is passed down from generations ago, and your parents or your people just start saying it. They don't even know where they got it from. It just becomes a thing. There's a lot of superstitions that we talked about this before. The whole my nose itching, that means this.
Nose itching,
that means this.
Money.
I mistakenly call somebody else's name. That means they doing this. They talk about it. It's like these things are.
You sweat above your lip. You mean?
Yeah. So we know all of it. There's a random spider in your house. That means a stranger's coming. We know all of these sayings or these beliefs. So I know it's something that's not new to us. Go ahead.
Fatherly wisdom in the home and active unmarried pops during the formative years could cover a multitude of these sins. Fathers matter. Preach.
Agreed.
Fathers are daughters' first boyfriends. Dreams mean a lot. If interpreted correctly, you spend a third of your life sleep.
You shouldn't spend too much time.
God damn, stop telling him everything. Get a damn journal. They on sale now. What is she talking about? In the mind of Regina, dreams are reality, and we can call it an illusion. Is it an illusion? As an adult, okay, keep on. Lots of our superstitions come from hoodoo.
Yes, it does. I think we told a story about our mom. She said she had a friend who wanted to go out. So in order for her, the man she was with, her spouse.
Seeing fish when you dream of somebody pregnant.
Yeah. In order for to go out without hearing him complain, she put her underwear on his face while he was asleep.
Yes.
And she said that they left for hours, came back, and he was still asleep.
Yeah.
So that hoodoo stuff is real.
And you know this spaghetti.
Yeah. Don't
disgusting
eat
shit.
no woman's spaghetti. Unless your girl, your wife, or...
We are the spirituality on the planet. One of the main reasons why we're copied by all. Seeing fish when you're dreaming. I wear condoms when I sleep because I don't trust a woman in my dreams.
Do not have sex.
Well, wait a minute.
Do not have sex with those...
The Marine Kingdom. Do not have sex in your dreams with...
Brilliant. You under attack, brother.
You under attack. You got a witch riding your ass.
For real. If you got women in your sleep trying to have sex with you, you under attack, buddy.
Hey, Brilliant said that he can't keep them off from conscious or unconscious.
Don't do it, brother. It ain't worth it.
No, you shouldn't be. No, that's the Marine Kingdom.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. All right, another story I want to get to. You should get a journal.
Who's she talking to?
I don't know.
Honorable, what did you mean by who you telling to get a damn journal?
He said, I wake up and smash my wife. Fuck you. Stick with the real.
I think you go all the way.
Hey man, stick with your
I think you be listening to R. Kelly in your dreams. It seems like you're ready.
Yeah, don't do it.
Is that spaghetti stuff hoodoo or Creole? Because I've noticed other ethnicities have the same thing, Latinx and Asians.
Well, ain't nobody in my family Creole, so it's not, Yes.
Succubus and incubus are real things.
100%. Hold on, let me.
Well, you could. The thing is, you can have. Shout out to. Well, I first heard this from Pastor Derby about having having a spiritual wife or a spiritual husband, and that could be the reason why Honorable ain't found no man yet. Is because in her dream she got a spiritual husband
take over,
and he take over her spirit, and that's why she's always attacking black men.
Yeah,
the journal comment was because did Travis just try to expose Duke Dream? You have is what you said, goofy. I didn't try to expose Duke dreams. Duke's already planning on telling his dreams.
Spicy.
Honorable. Why you? What is the smoke with me? I've had your back since the beginning, Honorable.
Nah, smoke is smoke.
Now, we can do this if you want to.
Who said Honorable had no man? yeah, get him, Honorable.
All right, Honorable.
Tell him to wake it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't bringing no damn red velvet cake for you and your man. But damn sure.
Trevor said this
you ain't getting it free. Your ass got to pay now.
This is reciprocated.
But damn
baby.
sure.
No smoke. We see each other.
Oh, you damn right we see each other. We're both visible. It ain't smoky at all. It's clear.
All right, let's get it. All right, Illinois woman.
You ready to draw? Should I draw first?
Illinois woman killed in officer-involved shooting is honored at funeral. I done seen like 5 cases in the last couple weeks of black women calling the police because they think an intruder is trying to break into their home, and the police come and shoot them.
Yes.
So she's in her home. She called the police, the sheriff. She called them.
Well, she has a mental. Is this a lady that got the mental illness?
It's the only case I got up here, ain't it? It's the same case. Sonia Messie's family expressed grief.
I think she has a mental illness. This happened here. A case like this happened in here in Seattle. I think her last name was Miles. Brianna Miles or something like that. Same thing. She called the police. She had a knife in her hand when the cops showed up, and they killed her.
But those cases, some of these times, the women were calling the police because they thought they had an intruder.
That's the same thing with her.
Yeah,
happened with her.
Yeah, so she's calling for an intruder. They get there, and they shoot her. They didn't even do proper precaution. We saw with when the cops were called on the woman in Texas.
Shout out to Eastwood. Sorry.
What up? The woman in Texas.
What about Texas?
The one she was with her nephew.
Oh,
and the cop shot through the window. Jefferson.
Brianna Jefferson?
Brittany Jefferson. Brianna Jefferson. Sorry.
Was it Brianna Jefferson?
It's one of those names. Apologies.
What's up? This stuff has to be premeditated. Any black woman will do.
Maybe
you don't scream yard and settle it. Well, that's what George is waiting for.
George been gone, ain't he?
He waiting for the scream yard. He said he ain't got time to go back and forth no more. He tired of this.
So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of these stories of these women calling the police. We talk about this all the time. It speaks to who do you call? It's unfortunate that some people don't feel like they have the family unit.
I think you should call your family.
I was about to say, you got to call obviously your father if you can, uncle, a cousin, somebody. At this point, it's getting to the point where you need to call a family member. Now, I know that may sound like you shouldn't do that because they're not trained. They may come there and it might be an intruder, and now your family member get harmed. Now you feel guilty for calling them. So, I'd rather you call your family than to call the police. Get a neighbor. Do you have your neighbor? We don't even know our neighbors no more. Call your neighbors. You should be able to call your neighbor and say, hey, can you look outside and see if anybody's outside my house? Something.
Neighbors are wacko.
Now you don't even know. You don't even trust your neighbor.
Well, when the neighbors are concerned, they call the cops.
Well, that's what happened with
they
the
don't
woman.
Come knocking on your door and checking.
That's what happened with the woman Jefferson in
Brianna
Texas.
Jefferson.
Her neighbor called the cops and got her killed.
He was concerned about her welfare.
Well-being. He was trying to be a good neighbor, and it didn't end well.
Same thing happened to a woman named Eleanor Bumpers back in 1984. What happened to George? Is his family on vacation?
I don't know. Shout out to George.
I will
man.
go
Shout out
on
to George.
Facebook and check on George.
Yeah, shout out to George. All right, let's move on. All right,
Have a good spar with them. That's what it always turns into.
hey. All right, let me show this. Wait, this ain't it. Why do this always happen where I put up an article and they just changed the article? So let me just show this. A young boy was killed. And I'm gonna show the video.
Tell Duke, tell George Duke miss him on the show. That was his boy.
Yeah, Uncle pointed out he might be working.
You know he's in the hood. It's probably our families. He probably working.
Yeah.
Information coming in about the death of an 8-year-old boy who that now has been ruled a homicide, and 2 juveniles now charged in the case just had their first appearance in court. All of this comes nearly
They're gonna
2
unhit the
months
like
after
button, Uncle.
investigators found 8-year-old Noah Bush's body not far from his home near Jessup, hours after he went missing. The WTOC team has been tackling this news all day long as the district attorney made the announcement, followed by the juvenile detention hearing. Lindsay Singer joining us now in the WTOC newsroom. Lindsay, we'll never forget the family saying from day one that they thought that there was no way their son would go into that water willingly.
Yeah, exactly. And to the family, there were always questions in the days following Noah's death. Too many stories just didn't add up to what they knew about their son. And because of the push and the gut feeling, now they're one step closer to getting justice for Noah.
This whole entire tragedy has been tough.
I agree.
It's been 55 days of agony.
I just want to say thank you so much to the community. If it weren't for you standing by my side, helping me to continue on to push for justice, we wouldn't have gotten as far as we have.
And 55 days of the Wayne County community pleading for answers. A homicide ruling in the death that took 8-year-old Noah Bush, a ruling that the family says they knew from the very beginning.
Yeah,
the
Uncle,
story
we
they
there.
were told 55 days ago was that their son accidentally drowned. They knew that was not true then. Today, we confirm the same.
I have a question. Why was the little boy around him?
I think these were like it was 2
10-year-old and 11-year-old.
Yeah, and it was obviously.
And they said both parents. She's the only one that's been charged so far, but they wanted the other parent to be charged with the other boy too.
Yeah, so I think they were supposedly, I guess, playing together, and it led to this. But apparently, I didn't read the entire article. Did it say he can swim?
It didn't. The article was vague. The one you had up was vague. It never went into details of why the little boy was there, whether he was friends with him. It just went into details about.
I shouldn't have went to the root.
I don't know why you go to the root. It's they
try to go.
They
more,
the bottom feeders.
They tried to be more center in their coverage. So
2 hours away from Ahmaud Arbery, young black boys shouldn't be allowed around white children unsupervised until 16. Honorable said, they say nobody is born evil. Explain white people.
Exactly.
Uncle, y'all not racist yet. So he knew the boys, and they supposedly got into a fight.
So yeah, I'm about to say that what they're saying is basically these 2 young boys or 2 other kids drowned him because they were fighting. I guess you say roughhousing, and according to them, the way they're trying to paint it, they went too far, and the little boy ended up succumbing to the situation.
Yeah.
And they just took his body and threw it in the bushes.
That's bad.
So I asked that question about swimming, but I know that this wasn't a situation where he got in the water and just drowned because he couldn't swim. But this is, once again, you got to be careful. I just said about the neighbor situation. You have to be careful who you trust. You can't just have you can't, I'm not trying to blame his parents at all. But you have to be you have to have very careful who you allow your kids to be around. High discernment. And you can't pay attention to just the kids, the parents. Now, how you sitting there watching this happen and don't jump in at all? Remember that case that happened to the man? He was a grown-ass man, by the way. The black dude. Remember the black dude who had the co-worker try to drown him, pushed him into the water?
But he forgave
her.
But you know he was on.
So some of these people, you just can't save them.
The boys' parents need to be blamed as well. They got one.
If I was saying.
The get back would be a vicious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blaming the black boys' parents.
I don't want to completely blame them because maybe this ain't the actions they've seen from these kids. So now you get them alone at the water and they do this.
There are so many theories about the depravity of the Pales, Ice Age, Jakub creation, dwelling in caves. You name the excuses. Hopefully, with this reality of their infertility issues, the excuses will also go away. Same salad, different dressing.
Yep.
10-year-old and a 10-year-old will now face charges in the death of Noah Bush. At a juvenile detention hearing in Jessup only hours after the district attorney announced the homicide ruling, the two children were charged with juvenile detention court with bonds set for $10,000 and $5,000.
I'm going to go back to her, what she said earlier about born evil. Do you believe people can be born evil?
Is this a rhetorical question?
Yeah, because what do you do with a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old who committed something like this? Do you put them away forever?
They're evil to black people.
I'm talking about in a case like this.
They're not going to put them away forever. They're going to probably put them in a juvenile hall detention, and they'll probably be out by the age of 18 to 25.
And you think that's fair?
No, I mean, no, it's not fair. They took a life.
That's what I'm saying. Should it be longer? Or should it be, okay, you were a kid when you did this? Should it be continued to be handled that way? And I know there's two answers to this, or whether they're white or black.
I mean, you want me, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's two answers, I know. Cook them.
I can't say. We're on YouTube. I can't say that.
Okay.
At Honorable Sienna, because of the recessive genes, they are sept. It's also why they're intermarrying with melanins to preserve their lineage. Can't ever give whites the benefit of the doubt. They are danger. They are danger and will always find a way to harm you. The black boy's parents were not there. He was playing and they got into a fight.
We said it earlier.
The black boy knew the white boys. The bond is low as shit. How much is the bond?
10,000 and 5,000.
They not even giving them 18 to 25 years in juvenile. If they murdered the boy, they should be tried as adults.
I've only seen a few instances where somebody is tried as adult. Normally, it's when
blacks.
No, yeah, that too. But I've also seen it from when a kid murders a sibling and they just like do some wild shit, like decapitate them, and
parents should get time as well. So they left their kid unsupervised. They didn't know where he was.
Some of the black parents.
Yes.
Well, if he's with his friends, I mean,
were they his friends?
They were friends. He knew them. At least I said that he knew them.
The names of the juveniles have not been released, and according to the Wayne County Sheriff Office, Georgia state law does not allow names of juveniles to be released. In the initial report, the sheriff's office did say that there was no foul play suspected, but however, they were waiting on an autopsy. Wayne County Sheriff's Office sent WTOC this morning. They stated that they received the autopsy report on July 8th, and that confirmed the absence of an injury for his body consistent with a fight or use of a weapon. The medical examiner ruled the cause of death as drowning. According to the family lawyer, Noah walked away with two boys he knew, and they believe that turned into an argument that ended in tragedy.
He walked away with people he thought were friends and trustworthy.
You can't be sanguine all the time. You can't be optimistic.
Yeah.
But let's be optimistic in hoping that justice is served for this young black boy's death. These kids and beat up a teacher and is getting tried as an adult.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
I will say, I don't mean to be that. Isn't he was 17 at the time, right? So
that's the one that had the game.
Yeah, the game in
the what's it called? He played the game or whatever.
Yeah, and they took it from him.
They took his. Was that a tablet?
No.
Or what was it?
It was something else. I don't know.
Oh. So did the white parent try to cover up this? Why is there a mugshot?
Well,
she did.
Yeah.
Both they're accusing both of them of trying to cover it up, but only one has been convicted so far. They had the charges in what they charged her for in the article.
They took the article down. Not took it down, but somehow
The article he had, it's gone from the root.
Yeah. No, I think the root still has it, but for some reason when it reloads,
you can't get
it
the
takes
article.
me to a home screen. I can't go back to the article. I would have to look it up again. And yeah.
Okay.
They've been charged though. Negligence and stuff like that. What?
Oh.
All right, let me all right, so that all right. 3.8 million illegal immigrants could enter U.S. in 2024, affecting wage growth, Federal Reserve report.
Fucking up the money.
This has always been a complaint, and now they're...
Because when the immigrants come here, they drive the wages down because they're willing to work for cheap or they work off the books.
Well, this is New York Post, but even this wasn't even talked about loudly by these publications until after they figured out.
Yes, the autistic kid.
Until after they figured out they want to get rid of Biden.
Yeah, now they're coming out with stories that go against
everything he's been doing and stuff like that.
Immigrants and migrants. They done got enough here.
Yeah.
So now they done got enough.
Go ahead.
The police tried to cover it up like Ahmaud Arbery. Oh, she said she took a cruise once via Miami, Florida. We had to remind ourselves this is a South state. Proceeded with caution. It ain't TV.
Exactly. Always keep your head on the swivel.
Well, you got to watch out too with these liberals.
Yeah. I want to show this
up here.
So speaking of, we talked.
Have y'all seen all the white immigrants coming to South Africa?
The white immigrants coming to South. Oh yeah, I know that they were years ago, and it's still going on. Where the white people, the poor whites, are still complaining about being quote unquote oppressed in South Africa.
Then leave.
Well, they're poor, can't leave.
The whites will take them in back to Europe. They'll take them in.
They poor in South Africa. Clearly, the other whites, they don't give a fuck about them.
I mean, damn, Israel training them like a damn boot camp. Take them to Israel.
Nah,
or big Israel.
They don't want all them there.
But the police in Jessup didn't want the smoke.
Okay, we'll see what happens with that. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. See how it goes for him. But rest in peace to the little man, and hopefully his parents can get justice. I want to talk about this too. Now they done deleted the post. But we don't need the original post. Somebody asked the question, and I saw Honorable respond to this dude. Somebody asked the question, where did the myth that mixed children with black moms are more in tune with their blackness compared to white moms come from? And let me see this. Hold on.
My man was locked up in Jessup.
Hold on, what the... Not coming up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go to this. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Never mind. They deleted it.
Deleted what?
I was gonna go into the discussion that was had about quote unquote blackness from your parent.
You didn't screenshot the thing.
They always delete, man. I didn't.
Why would you do that?
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Both pages are gone?
Hold on. Yeah, I think so. It's only just one comment left.
Yeah, Honorable Sienna was in that.
Here you go.
Okay. Her post was in that.
Yeah, it was. Hold on. But I think it's gone now. So Honorable Sienna, I saw her get into a back and forth with somebody about lineage.
She did.
Between who's the more... And we already know my beliefs. I believe you come from your father's seed, obviously.
So the whole with the white, so the black woman that had the biracial kid by the white man.
That wasn't what this conversation was off.
But it was a
separated,
talking point.
Yeah, it became a point of it.
More inmates and citizens in Jessup, if I'm correct. Damn.
And that's not surprising because it's probably a rural town, is it? That's normally where they put the prisons at, so they can send your ass around them racist whites.
So in that video,
before we get to the video, there became a discussion about, which one teaches the culture versus the lineage. And they had this right here to say. The dude said, where did you get this myth that mixed children with black moms are more in tune with their blackness compared to white moms come from? And she said, it's not a myth. Since women are usually the primary caretaker, children inherit culture from their mother across the board, regardless of race. So, Honorable.
Shalom, everyone. Shout out to Ashley Ariel 89.
Shalom, shalom. So I want to show this.
Somehow the absence of a black father makes people more black than actual black people. It's strange, and I'm tired of tragic mulatto narratives.
And the dude responded, he said, that's not true at all. I could tell your demographic just from this tweet. And she said, my demographic is professional activist, archivist with a background in history and anthropology. Hold on.
It's reconnected.
Okay, we back. All right. So I'm just going to jump straight to this. Fuck it. He said, no such thing as a first generation black American. You either have two black American parents or a black American dad to be black American. You can't immigrate into an ethnicity. You're Jamaican. Be proud. And then I want to show what he said with this. He put up a post.
That's not true, Honorable. Most mulattoes try super hard to make up for their lack of melanin. That's going to be my new title. I'm here demo, adopting that. Can't you show the tweet so I can steal it?
Yeah, I'll show it. Hold on. This is what she said. He said, this isn't true. I could tell your demographic from this tweet. And then she went on to say that she has a background in anthropology, and this is his response. But I want to show this. Invented very late. On the other hand, any such transmission would, contrary to what we observe, have given a patrilineal biases to black American family culture. Since the majority of slaves were purchased in patrilineal West Africa, admittedly, patrilineal is weaker on the African coast. And as we have seen, but many of the individuals deported were conquered inland in highly patrilineal territory before being transferred to livestock across the Atlantic. So I want to show this right here to prove my point. Now, in this video, I feel sorry for this little girl. And I probably should have blurred her face out on this because I don't even want to. It feel kind of weird to put kids on your platform. So I should have really blurred her face out. But her mother posted a video, and it's sad when I saw this. Let me play it.
All right, so we are going to ask my oldest to explain why I'm the color that I am, and I'm her mommy, and she came out the color that she is.
That's pretty obvious, ain't it? We know why.
Well, because I look like I'm peach, I'm actually brown. So then my mom is brown, and my dad is peach. So then if they mix their colors together, then they would make a really light brown that looks like peach. But then whenever I go into the sun, I turn into my brown, which is tan. So then that's why I look like I'm peach, but I'm actually
yes, she does.
brown.
Very good way to explain that.
I feel bad for the daughter because she's been gaslit by her mother. It's unfortunate.
And if she keeps this
delusion,
ideology about how she's perceived to the world, she's in for a rude awakening when she goes to school.
Yeah.
And so,
honorable types in school is gonna get her.
Oh yeah.
when somebody says, "But you're white or peach," what do you say?
No, I'm brown.
And if they say it again, and they're like, "No, you are because you look white," what do you say?
No, I'm brown.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Why you walk away?
Because I don't want them to be asking me over and over again.
You better get it good. That's how you do it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't accept it, then oh well, right? Because you know what color
You sure
are,
don't.
right?
So, it's true that statistically biracials don't marry black Americans as much compared to other ethnic groups.
Yes.
Yes. That's why I said, what is the point? Get your high yellow ass in the car seat. another Whoa Vicky in the making.
So, hold on, let me
God.
say this. Yeah,
Whoa Vicky not even half.
Yeah, she's not.
She like what, 16, 12, 16% she said she was?
I forgot, but probably. So when I saw this video, it made me think immediately how her mother is bending over backwards, trying to spread this delusion to her child, instead of just saying, look, you're not gonna grow up and have the same experience as me. If you made the decision to procreate with somebody like that, why would you want your child to have the experience you had?
Exactly.
Clearly you don't care about this experience being passed down. The mama is suffering from severe mental illness, and I don't mean that as a disparaging thing. It just is what it is. Well,
mostly the women marry white. It would be interesting to watch Kobe daughter selection of a partner. He looks white. Y'all see she has 2 mixed babies. Run the tape back. I saw the little girl ducking and hiding behind it. Where is Umar when you need him? Yeah. This is an example as to why I can't support the 1-drop rule.
And that's I'm glad he said that. That's the bigger point. I get it that historically we have said this, we come in all shades. But there is a line that needs to be drawn.
True.
Come on, bruh. And once again, this little girl's gonna grow up with extreme identity issues because her mother is pushing this bullshit that she's brown. Let her adopt the culture that she should be adopting right now, which is her father's culture.
It's gonna be white.
And she'll probably just, in real life, when she's out in the world, she'll act the way she looks. And when she gets home, or she's around her mother, she'll play into her delusion, But when she's out in the real world, she's gonna have to change that up.
Who draws the line, Kiefer?
As a culture, we have to. And I know we use that word culture a lot, but as a community, if you want to say it, at some point we got to say that there's a certain time when there's a certain point where that lineage is washed out.
I've never heard somebody say peach before.
Well, she can't use the word white because she don't want to use the word white with her child, but she used the word peach to make it soft, to soften it up.
The 1-drop rule has nothing to do with African Americans. Creole are not African Americans. They were solely for them. U.S. was telling them, we will not uphold the French buffer class status for you. Is this one of the reasons why some of our people are calling Kamala black?
Part of it.
I'm so sick of people exploiting and posting their children for likes and views. This is a combo to be had at home, not in front of the cameras.
Well, she wanted to have that combo on camera because she's not trying to convince the daughter. She's trying to convince the public.
The mother shouldn't even be viewed as black. Wow.
Damn.
All these motherfuckers gonna look like Stephen Curry by 2030. Well, there's some people actually lighter than him.
Who?
Stephen Curry.
Oh, yes, son.
Depending on who you stand next to.
His kids are lighter than him.
This is eugenics. Kamala is Indian. Agreed, Ashley. Did she get likes for this? I'm sure she did.
She did on TikTok. Now I want to show some of the reactions. They're white. I don't care what this woman talk about. Hair texture is even funny. She wanted a white daughter. You are what your father is, seed of Esau. Now other people making these comments.
White is going, it stinks.
Put a big ass picture of Umar.
He's not happy about it.
So yeah. The reaction was what I expected. It's unfortunate. Protect the seed. All right.
Asking for black men. So y'all.
Let me show y'all this crazy story.
So y'all know how Japan was asking for black men to come on over to Japan to help repopulate Japan because Japanese men's sperm is not working properly. Well, Poland went above and beyond and actually threw a mixer where black men can go around and dance with, white women. And potentially start a family. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all see that? Right.
TikTok be spreading misinformation. I played this video to say that they be lying like hell in these TikTok. I don't believe this for a second. I was never able to find proof of that Japan bringing up a black man story. Now, I did see a Japanese woman get asked a question by a street interviewer about what does she think about diversity. And she was saying, when I went to Europe, I saw all these different races and stuff. I think that would be good for Japan. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Japan is like 90+% Asian. So this woman was asking for more diverse races to come in and live in Japan.
That's crazy.
So you know how the men was reacting,
Things on the planet is turning up. Y'all see it. And what's even crazier, every single TV show and movie I've been watching lately is literally promoting interracial couples. If you pay attention, you guys see this. You guys see this, right? Back then, they didn't want us. Now it's hot. They all on us, right? Y'all see the planet warming it up, turn it up. Do you guys remember what Jane Elliott said?
The hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger. More and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin.
Here we go.
We don't F with her because she spoke against reparations. We listen to it right here.
Uncle said, let her cook. Here we go.
I tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. Mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
It says Poland's fertility rate has been declining since 2021. In 2023, it was at its lowest in 30 years.
Honorable, you've been disrespectful now.
Hold on.
Way too much.
Lord, please, we don't need a world of Steph. They so funny looking. Friendly, beige.
Beige, rage.
These are the same type of women to have mixed breed babies intentionally and then want to stir the pot and bathe in confrontation with others.
Yeah.
What was the reaction? Were people supporting her narrative? Dating is eugenics. All men are from Africa. Most of the guys in the video look African, not black.
They definitely weren't Black American.
One of my boyfriends, dark-skinned Ellis, is Creole and would disagree, not African-American lineage. And there as she's dark as night, so are you addressing it as status issue? The African, here we go. TikTok gives you a glimpse of global culture on demand. Cook. Black men don't want to go to Japan. Not enough lady boys. Damn, honorable.
You talking crazy.
All these race stories, once again, to me, is why we should identify based on ethnicity, genealogy, and not by color.
I've been
Wait a minute. What is going on in Connecticut, Craig? Because Honorable keeps throwing out these allegations. What is going on in Connecticut?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, speaking on what Regina just said, I think I said this last week, but I'm stuck on this because it's still mind-blowing to me. I told you that in Africa, they don't refer to themselves, the younger generation at least, when they're around Black Americans, they don't refer to themselves as Africans no more. It's Black.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So global, the racial...
Oh, best friend forever. Sorry, Regina. Best friend forever, BFF.
The global title for the race of quote-unquote darker-skinned races or darker-skinned people is not African anymore. It is Black.
Okay.
That just shocked me. How they would rather be called Black than African now. That's just crazy.
Honorable, get you a black man. Go get you a black man, Honorable. We in demand. You better get one for they all gone.
Snatched up.
It's gonna be y'all gonna be buy one get two for free.
Hey, scriptures told you in the last days it's gonna be 7-1.
Black man gonna be buying one and getting two for free.
Yeah, you're gonna get 7 women to 1 man.
Oh God, Honorable Sienna. No way.
No way, no how.
Regina, I'm not saying some Creoles can be African American heritage. As an African American that light-skinned eyes may have an African American father, but Creoles are a totally different ethnic group than us.
I've heard people say that and stand on it.
Never wanted to be called Black.
Exactly. Now they do though. I told you I've seen like 4 videos, and it's the women, not just the men. It's the women. I told y'all the story. You look up Big Brother in Africa. You can look up Big Brother Congo, Big Brother South Africa, Big Brother Africa, the one that has all of them on it. They all sound, and move like quote unquote continental African people, different cultures. When I looked up Big Brother Nigeria,
nigga,
first thing I heard was nigga, what's up? Sagging, wearing do-rags,
the pants hanging off their ass, and
yeah, I just thought it was crazy, the cultural difference between Nigeria and the rest of the continent. It's just like, damn.
Black is just political and convenient when people are looking for a paycheck and sympathy.
Well, yeah, because Black, I already said, Black is seen as, it has political and some level of social power on the globe.
Mark Gordon said Africans should stay the course, identified by their lineage. They want our reparations.
Well, you can't do that because the internet is making everything global. Culture is becoming global now, so a lot of the things in America has been, or the West, should I say, has been adopted by the entire globe. Have you looked at what's going on in South Africa? I mean, it's not South Africa, South Korea? the disrespect. When women want to disrespect their men, you know what they do?
Oh my God!
They put out their pinky. That's a slur.
That's a slur
now.
for the Asian dudes.
Yeah.
Saying, well, instead of their middle finger, they go.
Yeah, instead of a middle finger, they poke their pinky out.
And you know they pinky real little. They got little dainty hands.
So it's going crazy on the world. We see what's going on in certain other countries. They started letting women drive in Saudi Arabia a few years ago.
And you know they meeting up.
Bringing up sports. You see sports has been in, what's the name of it? Not Dubai. The Emirates, what you call it? Arab Emirates. They bring a lot of more sports to their country, trying to create the groupie culture that exists here in America or in the West at least. So
a lot of shagging up.
A whole bunch of wives are divorcing their husbands and these princes and stuff. It's getting crazy, man.
I noticed the younger generation Creoles are now claiming they're a subgroup of African Americans like Gullah Geechee, which is ridiculous. African Americans had nothing to do with the French. No, French is in our heritage.
I also saw that video. I'm pretty sure you saw, Honorable, that viral video of that woman who looked white as hell, but she said she's Creole, she's black, and she posted a video with her family. I think I showed it to you. She posted a video with her whole family, so they all ranges of brown. They're not that many darker brown people, but it's like lighter brown. Her who kind of pale, and she's like, "We black." And it's like, okay. Hey, lines are getting drawn. It is.
Well, people like Honorable Sienna are drawing the lines on everybody that seems to be of a a lighter hue.
Yeah.
Gatekeepers a must. They now have Asian Crips walking with lowriders.
See, I was going to show that video earlier when I showed the juking, but y'all wasn't interested. Y'all just shitted on the whole topic, so I moved on. They now calling Chicano culture, which is they're calling black culture Chicano culture in Asian countries. So the lowriders with the dressing a certain way, wearing the blue, dancing to hip hop, that's Chicano.
Well, I believe, you know my stance. I believe Mexicans and Filipinos are the same.
Mexicans and Asian. They literally said we Asian. They literally said that's our people. Native Americans, Asians, Mexicans.
Well, we know about the Native Americans. That's the yellow people.
We know the Native Americans kind of mixed up with the Spaniards and all that other stuff.
Moors ruled France, Spain, and England. Yes, they did. Geechee are African. Duke Travis, y'all come down to the Bite of Seattle July in or festival Sundance? Is that the
Bite of Seattle is back?
Oh my God!
Our
father still calls and says,
"Is the Bite of Seattle? Is the Bite of Seattle back?" I was like, "No, I don't know."
And the next time you call him and say, "Dad, please stop asking about the Bite of Seattle. Don't nobody go to that shit."
We went there once when we were younger.
We went there in support of him. And what we do? We left.
We had a Philly cheese. No. We were so rude.
He was looking at, I think KC and the Sunshine Band was there. Our father has an eclectic taste when it comes to music. Honorable, don't draw no conclusions in your head.
No, he's not. But he was a fan of like Prince, Michael Jackson. Bigger fan. According to my brother, he's a bigger fan of Prince.
He's a way bigger fan of Prince. He don't listen to no damn Michael like that.
Yes, he did.
He's a Prince fan.
I know my own favorite song was from Michael Jackson.
And he does like Fleetwood Mac and some other.
He like rock. He's not really a hip hop person. He listens to some R&B. He like
now our mother is a straight R&B. She's a groupie.
R&B hip hop.
She was a groupie. She went from R.
Kelly. You call your mama a groupie? What the hell?
She went from She followed the Kings. She went from R. Kelly to Usher to Chris.
Yeah.
She's in that group of
she aged there. She aged out on everybody. At some point she's just not a fan of them no more.
Yeah. Creole is the beginning of wanting to distance themselves from us.
Yeah.
I hate that the Irish are pretending to be Creole with those two white parents. She clearly, while she has had any child with many thirsty men in Louisiana.
Yeah, she is a redhead, ain't she? I think her hair is kind of red.
Bite of Seattle is going on today. That's funny. Your dad, he is going to call and ask about the Bite of Seattle. KC and the Sunshine Band.
You like Prince too? Yeah.
We used to go. The best time to go is Friday morning before all the trash show up. You talking about the zombies?
Yeah, the zombies nowadays.
Bite of Seattle equals cheese, asparagus, and parsnips. Eastwood, I'm not claiming the Gullah Geechee is Creole. Goofy. Pay attention. They are a subgroup of African Americans, which was the point.
Here you go talking.
They went cashless one year. That was a disaster.
I'm sure it was.
There's a jazz doc that talks about Creoles dissing themselves until they got the Black Awakening.
Well, we've seen that happen with every demographic. They distance at first, and then they get told, they get their nigga wake up call, and let me show this video.
The zombies and the gang show up. The later it gets. That's what I call.
Hold on. Are we gonna?
What?
There's a war.
There's a turf war going on Aurora. It's been going on since March, where the prostitutes are now associated themselves with gangs. I'm sure they've been doing it.
Let me say this. I'm trying to. There's a lot of gang members who are into the pimping thing now, and they're having a war over certain turf.
The turf is between 101st and 125th on Aurora.
Yeah, and
but now the neighborhood, the people in the community, they're getting involved. They created a website called "Is a John a John?" So if they see you randomly riding in their neighborhood, they have cameras up. They take a picture of your license plates. They post it on this website. But you cannot do that. That goes against laws. You cannot do that. But however, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
They said, if you want to prove you're not a John, give us your address where you live, or you have to donate $500 to any organization that supports working girls trying to not be prostitute anymore.
Sex trafficking victims.
So they're trying to bring back laws which they brought it back, I think 2 weeks ago, where the Johns and the pimps are going to, they're holding them accountability and not the sex workers. Even though the sex workers are on TV saying, hey, this the game, this how I get mine, this how I hustle.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Y'all can answer it in the chat. What's the bigger culprit in sex work? Is it the
wow, honorable?
Is it access to it? I mean, is it demand for it, or is it the actual selling of it? Which one is more the culprit? The person selling it or the person buying it?
I would think it would be the person selling it, because if the person wasn't out there selling it, there would be nothing to be purchased.
But they also say, well, if
they're saying they're being trafficked.
Well, they're saying, well, if nobody wanted to buy it, there would be nobody to sell it to.
But you have to put the onus on the person that is out there selling themselves.
Well, if nobody buying it, will they sell it?
So you're saying that? So once again, the man, of course, the man will be held accountable. We used to have self-restraint.
It's the egg or the chicken, which came first.
But yeah, it's I've seen Pike. Pike is bad. The seller. That's what I say too. Seattle is not a real place. Wow,
Seattle
it's a real place. Creoles are not a subgroup. When you say prostitute, is that inclusive or just women? I have not seen any male. Okay, I have not seen any flat out male prostitutes.
I haven't seen any heterosexual male prostitutes.
There's a tranny. I saw the shootout on Aurora the other week. Who beefing about property they don't own?
Hey, we've seen it. We've been going on for decades.
Well, they're saying that it's not just going on the streets. It's going on online. You have men luring young girls and women into trafficking them.
This is what I get you saying. I don't like mixing these two conversations. There are true sex trafficking victims, but let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I hate to say this.
Majority are not.
She said, go to Capitol Hill. You'll see something. That's the men that are prostituting on Capitol Hill?
Damn.
I hate to say this, but it was all black men.
What? Buying?
The shootout.
Oh, the shootout. Oh, yes. They the pimps. Man, look.
And they were the ones that it was the one dude. He lied and said he was a police officer. He held her at his house. He had like a room. He created like a cell in his room. I think he held her. Somehow she escaped. She got a hold of her father. Uber was called.
Look, are you talking the victims, trafficking victims?
The trafficking victims.
When you say all of them are black, in the world of pimps, the pimps would tell you it ain't a pimp if they're not black. They would tell you if you see a white dude, a Mexican dude, or Asian dude pimping, they would tell you they ain't no damn pimps. The only pimp is a black pimp. That's what they say.
Protect black jobs. Pimping is a black job. Regina, why can't you do that? What happened to your neighbor watch groups being supported?
Well, because they're trying to say you're recording people's license plates and putting them in danger.
So Honorable says the buyer.
Oh,
he says the selling.
I'm not surprised at all that she said
Uncle
the buyer.
says the seller. Aurora has to be the worst blade in the U.S. They're out of their. It's pretty bad. It's because we're on Aurora. That's a spirit.
Listen, Aurora. We looked at
Aurora is a sexual deviant.
So, when you go on YouTube and you type in certain roads, I've looked this road up on YouTube. It's an infamous.
Shout out to Sinful the P. R.I.P. to Sinful the P.
Yeah, Sinful the P. Rest in peace. Man, Arizona, Figueroa, and California. I'm gonna be honest. I think Figueroa in California is worse than Aurora. Because Figueroa, they'll walk in the middle of the street and just. So you stop at a stop line, they walking in the middle of the street in front of you, like just almost bullying you to acknowledge their existence.
Yes. If there was no need for it, it wouldn't be sold. The supplier is accountable. Take the temptation away.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dope dealer or dope user. Go to Capitol
that's
Hill.
A good comparison.
I think just think if the sellers didn't exist, especially with the rise of man, is that mental man going their own way?
Yeah.
Be careful with what you wish for. You just might get it.
You see what they did with the passport bros stuff?
Everyone fights over property they don't own. It's a part of American dream.
Exactly.
That's the gay district.
What you talking about?
Yeah, Capitol. I don't want a nigga that know how to whip up fentanyl. I'm just saying, who's supplying that work?
Hey, fent is everywhere.
No lies. Yesterday, a decrepit old man hit on me yesterday. Walker in his hand. He say, "Oh, I could take you home with me. Can I?"
Oh, you gonna tell your story?
What?
The old lady wanting to take you for a ride. The old lady said, "I got a few dollars for you."
I was standing I was waiting for the bus at the bus stop, and this old white lady, she kept looking at me, and then she was like, she's like, "What are you doing out here?" Like, normally I wouldn't even respond to this white bitch. But I said, "I'm waiting for the bus." "No, you're not waiting for the bus. What are you doing out here?" I thought she was out of her damn mind.
Oh, she a dom.
Yeah, she wanted to dominate. She wanted to dominate me.
She wanted you to be her little toy.
Was she high? No, she was not high.
Oh damn! Keep you saying only way they gonna hit on him if he high? If they high?
He finna lost her damn mind for thinking that.
I'm joking. All right, go ahead.
And then she said, "How did she say it?" She said, "Do you want to come with me? I'll pay." I was like, "Pay for what?"
Hey, how much? You just say how much?
Listen, I have a career. I don't need to sell myself. Now, maybe your ass can get out there and sell yourself.
Times is hard. All right.
Brilliantly, businesses go out of business every day. How is the seller at fault? Lonely men are to be blamed for this behavior. Not all of them are wrongfully. Some of them don't want to do things with. Some are fulfilling acts that they can't do with their significant other that they want to do on other women who are okay with
most
it.
of these dudes ain't married with kids.
Lots of black cheeks walking around the world. Not the Krispy Kreme, LOL. There are, I said black cheeks. She said lots of butt cheeks. There's a lot of black cheeks out there. It's a lot of black women that are prostituting themselves on Aurora. Only men abuse drugs. They're gonna make it legal when Trump gets elected. Ask Ameber Rose.
Oh, Slit Walk will be back in full effect then, won't it?
Yeah, DC got a tranny track near Capitol.
Tranny track, Lord.
A whole gay area called the Point Circle for Politicians.
Oh, that makes sense.
I like that, Regina.
The Eddie Murphy special.
I hear the gay men in Texas is worse than those in Atlanta in terms of hitting on straight men. No,
bro, I don't hear some stories
Seattle.
about Atlanta. I don't hear some stories about Atlanta. It's crazy.
I got $1,000 an hour for my time, grandma.
$1,000 an hour.
Y'all should check out the Deuce on HBO or Showtime regarding Pimp Ho John culture. Very entertaining and informative. You want to go check out Sinful the P, Regina?
Yeah, Sinful the P was teaching the game.
He's a real life pimp.
Shout out to the P teaching the ism, as they say.
OnlyFans is a whole track.
Oh yeah, it is. OnlyFans gonna be back in the streets in a while though.
Peace, Craig. He said going out to eat, catch you on the replay. Peace,
all right,
fam.
Craig.
Why Travis story seemed like Sophia met Miss
Minnie.
This Minnie.
Oh, that's oh, she's trying to say that Miss Minnie. Remember that scene in Color Purple? She's trying to say that old lady was hitting on you. Miss Minnie was hitting on you.
Miss Minnie
from Color Purple.
Who is Miss Minnie though?
The white woman. She not going to jail because she was talking crazy. She said, remember she brought her.
Oh, I'm Sophia.
Yeah, she said you got hit on by Miss Minnie.
Are you guys saying Sinful the P? Yes.
Yeah, Sinful the P, yeah.
Sinful the P.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, he's kind of vulgar.
He's
but
very
Regina
vulgar.
don't care about that
Yeah,
shit. She know how to weed out the information she need to get and move on. She'll have a good chuckle.
Yeah, he tells some funny story. He's a funny dude, very funny.
Regina, can you describe how this man looked that hit it on you? We would like to know.
She said he was she already said it.
No, she said he was the decrepit old man. We want to know his color. We want to know everything about him.
Well, hold on. We got to move on now.
She can type it out. We can move on.
Let me just show this clip now. We stayed on that like half an hour, it seemed like.
Trenches.
I want to show this video right here.
Damn. But it's like, okay, so this the trenches to Chicago.
He's a former street pharmacist.
Trenches to them.
Right. To them, it's like, oh,
them, right?
we're having shit now.
This the hill, like, shit. We projects, shit. This running water. So,
yeah, right.
Shit, this is the hill. But then at a certain time, did your parents realize like maybe this wasn't the best neighborhood? For sure.
Oh my God.
Because
I knew it was a white.
The difference between.
Hold on, you surprised it's a white dude?
No, I knew it was a white because Regina's natural.
No, my point is, I can tell you dozens of stories of women saying random white men to come up to them and ask them how much. That goes back
hold
to
on, Regina didn't say he thought she was a prostitute. He was just hitting on her.
My point is, the stereotype, not stereotype, but the stigma that was put on black women, that they were just super promiscuous women that were just, that's what they were.
What you said, Sexy Red represents.
Yeah, that's what she do. I realized that all her content is for white men, but yeah.
Nigerian culture and American culture is the togetherness, right? Growing up in Nigeria, being Nigerians, they have more. You've heard the saying, "It takes a village to raise a child." It was really a village mentality.
Leave sexy out of this.
It wasn't that here, so it was more cutthroat, kill. Like to see a black person kill a black person is ludicrous. It's like Nigerians don't kill Nigerians.
What? That's a lie.
We have, bro, y'all used to be able to get this shit off in like the 90s.
I guess they think we don't watch the news.
I think they believe that in Africa because of the American, I'll be honest, American elitism. We don't care about
exceptionalism.
Yeah, we don't care about news that happen in other countries. They think we just completely oblivious to what's going on outside of America.
What's going on?
We know about the Fulani herdsmen. We know about what's the name of that? What's it called? SARS movement with the police that was like, come on, bro. These were Nigerians killing Nigerians.
Like what? So they automatically knew, like, no, this ain't right.
No, Simple the P isn't Nigerian. Simple the P from Chicago.
Something ain't right here. Y'all don't hang with
Damn
them.
right. Nigerians be smoking bones from. Was it Nigeria or was it?
I thought it was Congo.
It was the Congo.
Yeah. I think so.
Was there a big divide between you and the other kids just in terms of you being an immigrant, though? Like, you got little acts?
And by the way, I'm not going to show this whole clip. Adam 22 has been purposely doing this, by the way. He brings up Africans or non-Black Americans, and he immediately makes the focus about the dynamic between Black Americans and them to create a, he'll say stuff like, I've heard things about what they say about you guys. He feeds into this. And it's just nasty because he's white.
Yeah.
And he goes, you're just a piece of shit. But, it is what it is. All right, we can move on.
Regina said at Eastwood, summer dresses. Those summer dresses that do it every time.
Hey, sundresses?
As a former street pharmacist, the government supplies in disputes, but the seller... Sorry, I gotta go back up. What the hell?
Have this. All right.
But the seller supplies are exempt. Sellers and buyers fuel the cycle like a whack mold. She called me Miss Minnie. He looked like Biden, a creepy old man. Why do all Nigerians lie? Leave Sexy Red out of this. Delulu, why do Nigerians act like we don't have the internet?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Years ago, an old white man boarded an MBR. Instead of shaking my hand, extended hand, kissed me on the cheek, shocked me. I thought he waited his whole life for that. Wow, look at it. No, Sinful to P is not Nigerian. That's cap. Lots of us have West African blood. When it's negative, they're not black, but when it's profitable, they try to claim black. Yeah. Who fueled and funded the war?
Yeah.
I hate Adam.
He was accused of being with a 16-year-old. Yeah, Adam 16.
That SARS was big back in 2020.
Pause. I didn't realize. I think I brought this up before. The SARS movement and the George Floyd protests were literally at the same time. The difference is the SARS movement, just like the American George Floyd movement, was led by women, and just like the women in America who stole all the money, they stole all the money too. Except they got their money in what's the coin? The currency, Bitcoin.
Okay,
they got some of their money in Bitcoin. So they
Regina's
did it
out.
And they came up a little bit more.
I have a strong end, beautiful people. Till you start fresh on Monday. We'll watch the replay.
All right, see you, Regina.
It's serious in Seattle. Hide your wife, daughter, the woman in your family. Sheesh.
All right, let's move on.
She's sweating.
All right, population decline threatens Barbados. Did you see this?
Yes.
So we spoke about how a lot of the people are leaving their countries
and coming to America.
That's to America or Europe, Canada, and is leading to these population shortages in the southern hemisphere. So Mexico, Barbados, a lot of places in the Caribbean are having population problems, whether it be a lot of immigrants coming in, like Bahamas, or whether a lot of people are leaving. I'm assuming that's what's going on with Barbados.
And now they're accepting migrants. But they said they want to control it and make it a balance.
Yeah.
Just to help us get a boost. But we don't want to. But that's crazy because the Haitian people are coming to Barbados and they don't want them there.
Because they say they're coming there with this Haitian pride.
So they want people to assimilate to Barbados culture.
So
okay.
So now we got Korea, Japan, what was that? Poland, Mexico, Barbados. All these countries have America. All these countries are having population problems because people ain't having no kids.
Well, I think when they saying population problem, they talking about the whites.
I don't think it's just the whites
in America.
I don't think black people are having as many kids as they were 30 years ago.
Are black people being selective?
I don't think that's what it is either. I think people just not having kids. Put it like this. How many people you know under the age of 20 that got kids? Like 2? Maybe 2?
Just 2.
And that's not what it was 30 years ago. There was a whole bunch of teen pregnancies. Teen pregnancy is on decline, extremely on the decline. So it's a lot less people having kids. Go ahead.
Not waited his whole life. Regina, have you noticed the more natural styling of your hair, the more comfortable whites are in approaching you?
We're gonna say the quiet part out loud. Unfortunately, when I see, I'm being honest, when I see black women with their natural hair, there's assumptions made. You hear me?
Yeah.
There's assumptions made when you
say queen.
No,
that's I'm talking about black men.
I'm talking about black men.
I'm talking about white
men.
There's
assumptions made when you see black women with her natural hair. So it's unfortunate.
It was a fetish, like facial expression regarding the hair, more fetish.
Mm-hmm.
The eugenics agenda, slave play. Barbados' decline is due to them fleeing and zaddy worship.
Yeah, it's the Caribbean,
setting them up for land grab too.
The Caribbean culture, their view on race obviously is much different, and it's causing a lot of problems for them in this new global society. They're gonna realize it in the next 10 years, though. But yeah, let me play this.
Wanna go home? Stop. Keith, if you want to go home, I won't stop you.
Fun fact, the Dominican Republicans, they don't fuck with Haitians either. A lot of me say it, I literally saw a Haitian ranting about it, telling their fellow Haitians to stop spending their money on going to DR because DR people don't fuck with them. And Cree said DR and Haiti share land. Literally, them just separated by a border. So DR people don't like Haitian. And God ever mash up Haiti. Like DR and Haiti are side by side, and the misfortunes that happen in Haiti don't happen in DR. So is it that God don't like Haitians either?
You probably should have put a subtitle up there.
No, I feel bad because she was making a point of, she said that DR don't like Haitians, Dominican Republic. She said they don't like us. They treat us bad. She said because of we live on the same island, but what Haiti is going through and what they're going through is totally different. She's like, damn, does God hate us too?
No, God doesn't hate you.
So when I saw this, I saw how the Bahamas treat them. I saw how the Barbados treat them, what they say about them. You go, damn. And I don't mean this in a disparaging way.
I don't treat them like that.
Yeah, that's the only people you show any real empathy for, the Haitians. You kind of slow to pop off on them.
Because they go through it.
Or people made an argument. They said, damn, Haitians are the Nigerians of the Caribbeans.
They're the most disliked.
According to them.
But the Black Americans we're the most disliked out of all the diaspora.
That's a different dislike.
You saying that's envious?
Yeah, envy and like hatred, even though they can hate you too, but it's different. This made me like, damn.
Main character syndrome. I'm sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, you kind of made it about Black Americans. But
I didn't.
Some big Carver. Yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy. Have them busting.
First of all, we don't want to be mixed with you. Look by you. Like,
this is Jamaican about to go in on Haitians.
Why?
I don't know.
You look like a fucking drag queen.
It's the wig.
And keep in mind, Jamaica is known for bleaching.
Yeah.
And I remember that comment that Jamaican dude made where he said, I won't skin like Black Americans. Remember that? He said gold skin. Don't. He said, I want gold skin like the Black Americans. Did he use the word gold? Silver. He used the word silver. I'm sorry.
Make it honorable. Everyone ain't lying about the Haitians. There are some truths in there related to how they move. They move like cancer.
I've never got that from Haitians historically. I've never seen Haitians get called scammers.
I haven't.
I've never heard that never heard about Haitians. Look, I'm sorry. Go to the bottom right quick.
Jamaicans are the Nigerians of the Caribbean.
That's what I was really thinking. Because the same way on the continent, Jamaicans feel like we're the leader of the continent of Africa.
Yeah.
Jamaicans feel like they're the leader of the Caribbean islands. Like we the big dog in these islands.
Haitians are Africans. Go back home and fix their country. People hate Haitians because they ran the cracker off twice.
Yeah.
No, they're not. LOL. All the African American women I know that sleep white are natural locks.
Incense burning, yeah.
Incense burning. It's like being close to the Caribbean, opening up something in them strange.
I don't know. Unfortunately,
it's Wandam Island insanity.
She said my ears hurt.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to this.
Go ahead. Go to a Jamaican dance hall in what's that? Trivol Gardens in Jamaica. Their girls look like a circus clown straight up. Go ahead.
Look like a cross between an ogre and a squirrel. And your eyebrows look like it done by one clone up at Emancipation Park. Like, the fuck? Like, we don't want to be associated with y'all in the first place. Now, big up to all of the Haitian them way. Actually decent, but bitch, you're ugly as fuck.
Because Jamaican need to sit the F down. They got too much mouth. That's all they could do. And when we were the one that helped them escape from slavery.
Look, and I also want to bring this point. This is the last. I'm not going to.
Don't understand the hatred.
I'm going to say this too. Haiti, whenever they get into a back and forth, particularly across the diaspora, the first thing they bring up is, 1804. They stand on that. We did it. We were the first free Black republic. But unfortunately, these people don't give a damn.
Yeah.
So when you say that, they respond like this.
We took what we learned and helped.
Boy, oh boy, no disrespect.
He bleaching like hell. That's a bleach. That's somebody that's bleached. That's
and
crazy.
Right, where them, mama? You now have to move. Full your belly with your dirt cookie them.
Dirt cookies.
What?
He said they eat dirt cookies.
And yo, straw house.
All right, that's enough. They be. It's unfortunate. Sammy Sosa nephew, exactly. Eastwood.
I can't even look at Keith.
People just cackling. You doing your Kamala cackle, ain't you?
1804 Jamaicans were colonized first. Neil said that the skin looked like silver and he has some Jamaican ancestry.
See?
Honorable said Haitians are beautiful people. The perception is bad.
Maybe where I'm from, we weren't around anybody from Caribbean or Africa. So yeah, I don't know.
Why Haitians think they help everyone but free themselves from slavery. All you did was pay for the Eiffel Tower to be built, nothing more. Goofy. Damn, honorable. Come on now. They didn't like the grown professional people who represented those places, but carry on.
Yeah.
He looked like a ghost.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's fine off.
It's a difference. You can tell when somebody has bleached their skin. It looks different. Proposed, she bleaching too.
If I gotta play this last part,
shameful, honorable.
Let me play this last
Beautiful
part.
people. Honorable said no such thing. I said brilliant. I meant to say brilliantly me.
Wait, you said there's no beautiful Haitian people?
Brilliantly me said Haitians are beautiful people. The perception is bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Honorable. I didn't mean to put that on you.
I always tell me, said, don't argue with nobody less fortunate than you. She's like,
Now they're saying that the Haitians are less fortunate.
Regina.
This do go along with the idea that people like kicking down or punching down when they can. How are you a Jamaican saying that Haitians are less fortunate than you?
I mean, every time I cook, every time I see them cooking the videos, they be out in the woods.
any little natural disaster come 80 tear down. 80 ever tear down. And Jamaica help out enough time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on what you're saying.
Honorable Sienna is the fact that all men, regardless of race, prefer black women in their natural state. I've seen those interracial couples, too, in Seattle. Yeah. So is Brindley wife a Haitian or something? Fast forward to the next part.
Yeah, we're moving on, Keith. We're moving on.
Big up to the Haitians. They know how to fight off the Kenyans.
Oh, yeah.
The accent is thick.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it's definitely thick. Speaking of interracial, I'm glad. Yeah, see, it's funny how these stories.
I think notice some of them when I went to the Congo. All that bleaching has to stop. It really does.
It really does.
There are people. There are people to be claiming we all look alike. Do y'all see the video you used? Never been to Haiti or DR and judge an entire culture. Interesting.
Yeah. All right, look at this.
Oh, shit.
I know y'all seen this before. And Whitney, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, God.
What is her aesthetic her entire career? What was her style her entire career?
I think her husband did that.
No, natural. I mean, she was a natural.
Oh, she was natural.
Ted Danson blackface during New York First Club roast of his girlfriend Whoopi Goldberg. Ted Danson had an affair with Whoopi during his longtime marriage to Casey Coates. I just want to show this right here. I'm gonna ask y'all this right here. He said, "The older I get, the more I realize the color purple was just a black man, which is black women with white husbands making propaganda against black men."
Yeah,
you agree? The only person who was associated with color purple that wasn't dating outside their race was Oprah Winfrey, I think. A majority of them, at least.
Yeah, that girl in the movie, I think she was biracial and she dealt with white dudes. I don't think
Alice Walker wrote the book.
The black, the one that played the singer, what was her name? I don't think she was with a white man.
She's from the Caribbean too.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't act like you ain't love that voice and then you found out.
No, I'm not talking about the actual singer. I'm talking about the actress
actor.
that played.
Okay, yeah.
Is that Lisa Ray?
Who?
Oh, sorry, I can't.
No, that's not that Lisa Ray. That's somebody just.
It's not even Lisa Ray. I can't. The computer was far. Let's see.
Yeah.
The real McCoy. See, Regina, this how they are. Yuck. Haitians are 90% of African ancestry.
He's a single black tough woman. Yeah, that wasn't the aesthetic I was talking about.
Goldberg is all you need to know regarding the Whoopi agenda, secret relations.
Yeah, she literally changed her name to a Jewish name.
My bad. I guess the wrong aesthetics.
Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and show this now. We should have showed this at the top of the show, but this is the home stretch, the political segment.
Everybody a historian on Haiti now. She's in the galaxy of the Guardians.
Oh yeah. Talking about the woman in what's called?
Yeah, I think that's who she's talking about.
Representative Sheila Jackson Lee dies after battle with cancer.
What did Honorable Sienna have to say about Representative Sheila?
Before we get to that, let's start with love. Rest in peace to her. Shout out to her family. Hopefully have a time of mourning. Hopefully they are able to find peace with her passing. Okay, now, the response was kind of nasty from a lot of people.
Oh, are you...
Everybody that responded to that, because initially I didn't see an article written about it. Yeah, she passed away.
What? Really? Wow.
The initial post was on her Twitter account. They posted saying we have to report that she has passed away. She was 74 years old, and the responses were just kicking her back in, saying good riddance. You were trying to hurt Black American reparations. Look, I've always said when people pass, I feel like you don't really need to kick them. It's like whatever
They're
was
already
done,
down.
what's done is done. I think at that point you should just leave it alone. But honorable Cian.
How have Haiti remained unmixed?
Because they stay there, they on their own on the island by
The
themselves.
Most High preserved them. She went out a coon. Shout out to Shelly. She went out as a coon.
What up, Pop? What up, Shelly? I did see Honorable posted a gif of a cartoon pissing in water. You gonna piss on a grave? They was talking crazy, so I'm not gonna go into that. I don't want to, it's not about how. Go ahead and read the next one.
Why do people let death change how they feel about an individual? It's fuck you forever until we meet again. So when you meet her, what you gonna do?
My feelings didn't change. It's this. There's no point in me being, like that, and they gone. It's like it's over. It's over. The life force has moved on. It's over. So I don't need to kick their back in and talk shit. It's over. I have my feelings, and we move for now. In the future, conversations I had, and she comes up, yeah, you be honest about it. But on the day she died,
so she ran for office knowing she was gonna die. Be for fucking real.
That's what I'm about to get to next. I was about to ask the question. The fact that she ran for mayor knowing she had cancer, knowing that she had cancer, why? And this goes to a longer conversation where we ask, why do these people in power, the Pelosi's, the Maxine Waters, these older people, almost 90 years old, want to stay in power?
The one that was on Supreme Court Justice.
Yeah, Ruth Vader, whatever you said her name. Why do you still want to be in office till you die? Like, just go home and retire. Nancy Pelosi is worth tens of millions of dollars. Go home to your husband. Why do you want this power this long? Move on. Let somebody young get in. They already replaced you with AOC. You good. The new Pelosi is already here.
Well, I understand Trump's position. He feels like nobody's gonna drain the swamp. So
man, fuck Trump.
I kind of agree with that statement. LOL. The ancestors called her up for lack of work. Sounds selfish.
For lack of work.
Because y'all Negroes vote blue no matter who. Attention seekers.
So yeah. So rest in peace to her. Rest in power to her. Let me go. Good thing. Yeah. Quick story. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez found guilty on all counts of corruption trial. There's been 3 political people that's been found to be agents of foreign countries. And it's getting buried in the news cycle because all this other stuff going on. He was one.
You talking about spies?
Yes.
So that's espionage.
So he says Menendez is running a re-election to his New Jersey seat as an independent. His conviction doesn't preclude him from serving in the Senate, but many Democrats have already called on him to resign, obviously. Let me show this. And I want to show this video.
Over the fact that Putin is interfering and meddling in our election process, undermining the sanctity of our elections to try to get Donald Trump elected, and that Donald Trump Jr., when he's told that Putin's government wants to support the Trump campaign, he doesn't pick up the phone to the FBI. He says, I love it. That, to me, is very disturbing. But what's even more disturbing is that you don't think it is disturbing.
Point by point here. First of all, I'm sorry that laughter disturbs you. And you can debate whether or not
this is not funny,
Donald
Tucker.
Trump,
I'm sorry. This is an assault on our democracy.
I get your view there, Max. You can debate whether or not what he did is a crime or falls under the Espionage Act or not, but to dismiss people who disagree with you as immoral, which is your habit, isn't a useful form of debate. It's a kind of moral preening, and it's a little odd coming from you, who really has been consistently wrong in the most flagrant and flamboyant way for over a decade. And so you have to sort of wonder, like,
what have I been wrong about, Tucker? What have I been wrong about?
Having watched you carefully and known you for a long time, I recall vividly when you said that if we were to topple the governments of Afghanistan and...
Oh, this ain't the video. I want to go to the next
one. Tricksters and liars.
Hold on, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. Because
espionage for whites is not news. There's a lot of stories with espionage. They're going to be back to back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the wrong story. But
the other dude, too, Jeffrey, the Russia, they gave him 16 years for espionage.
Yeah, so his wife was charged with, he was a columnist and writer. His wife was charged with doing this. And I want to show this right quick. Before we get into this Trump stuff, I want to show patriotism to this country by playing a national anthem. This national anthem, this performance perfectly shows where America is right now.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Why they keep doing this?
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Kingfish fried.
This sound almost as bad as what's her name?
From Black Eyed Peas.
No, I'm talking about the one of BT Awards recently.
Oh, Marsha Ambrosia?
This sound almost as bad.
R.I.P. Amy Winehouse. Now, come on now. Amy Winehouse did not sound
She
like
had
that.
some bad nights too. Fergie. Yeah.
Amy Winehouse sound nothing like this.
That our flag was still
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
I'm kneeling.
I'm kneeling in the living room. Yeah.
Oh.
There used to be a time where if you sang the national anthem poorly, it wasn't funny.
Wasn't that was like
it was a big deal if you sang the national anthem.
Put some respect on Amy's name. I go back to black. You better shut up about Marsha. Oh hell no, Marsha sounds terrible, and her album was trash.
Eastwood, you probably didn't watch the BT Awards, the EBT Awards, but if you saw her performance when she did that Usher performance, then you know it wasn't.
He thinking about the song "Say Yes."
And go listen to that last album of Marsha.
You know what? Marsha was so arrogant on the Joe Budden when she came and did that interview. She said, "This is a bad." She was like, "This is an art."
I'm unsubscribing.
And this shit,
hey, bro, we got to keep it real.
Shit, Marsha Ambo sound terrible, like a damn cat choking on a damn hairball. It was terrible.
It was bad, bro.
This is the trouble with DEI for white women. Remember Carl Lewis national anthem? I like Amy, but she like 2020 Mad Dog.
Stay drunk.
EBT Awards is crazy. But she not FBA. She's not FBA Eastwood. She's from over there.
Yeah, she's from over there.
Just because she been hit by a lot of FBAs from Philly.
She want to be from Philly, but she ain't from
Don't
Philly.
mean she's an FBA. She act like a musical elitist on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
She was very haughty.
And I can see that Amanda Seales and her, it was a war.
Amanda Seales and Marsha Ambrosia in the room, the egos are going to hit the damn roof.
See what Dre said?
By the way, the people keep singing this anthem. They might need to make a new one.
We already got a national anthem. We got plenty of black national anthems. We got obviously you got Lift Every Voice. We got plenty of national anthems we've got in the last.
Amy and Nas in my playlist. Cherry Wine. Oh, a white woman and a black man. Marsha will be at the cookout in a story.
So now we're doing the cookout invitations again.
She will be at the cookout, but she can't fucking sing. That's for damn sure.
She gave y'all one good one, and y'all been.
Well, she got more than one good one.
We can say that.
She's UK Caribbean. They are not allowed to claim they're British. I'm supposed to be out of here. Whitney Houston and Marvin Gaye best national anthem.
Yeah, and there's a war
got to
between
give it
those
to
two.
you.
Who you think you give it to, Marvin Gaye or Whitney?
I got to give it to Whitney.
There's a lot of people that say Marvin.
No, Whitney Houston.
She made niggas love the national anthem.
She sang the song so perfectly. She hit the high notes.
She gave us what we wanted.
She gave them the opera-esque. She gave us the runs. She did it, and she was sweating on top of the lip, which means you know it was good. We can't. I'm sorry, it's got to go to Whitney, Marvin. The Black National Anthem parades theirs. They better stop playing with us.
Yeah, it does.
Regina, go on your old zaddy date. Yeah, Regina got to get out of here. She got a date.
Got a date.
Whitney Houston had the best one. They should just play Whitney and be done forever.
Nah,
Whitney is an icon.
Introduce new people.
Ray Charles is great too.
Yeah.
Agreed, Regina.
It's the last part. Hold on.
Oh my. Nah.
Sing, girl.
Nah, she got to go. We play Whitney's national anthem every Juneteenth right before cutting up. What is it with you and this damn red velvet cake? I didn't even know black people were a fan of red velvet cake.
See, this is a funny full circle. I told Travis that red velvet cake was a part of soul food.
Most black people don't like red velvet cake because it's not flavorful.
What keep us saying? It
sounds like melted cheese. Roseanne Barr did a great job too. Whitney the GOAT, woman sang like the crack was free. God damn,
Shelly. It's funny though.
Her rendition sounded heavenly.
Yeah, it definitely was perfect.
She should have sung at the Trump RNC event.
That'd been funny. That'd been funny.
I love Red Velvet Cake.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, I told him
It's a family tradition.
Yeah.
Just jokes. I love me some Whitney. R.I.P.
Yeah, well, I remember those years towards the end of Whitney's life. People used to get them jokes off, and then she died, and all of a sudden we don't talk about.
Well,
Whitney
hell,
like
she
that.
shouldn't have been smoking crack. Let's tell the
Whitney
truth.
told y'all crack is whack. She get paid way
But
too much.
The crack did not destroy her voice. It was the cigarettes that destroyed her voice. Y'all, look, y'all love Whitney. No, look, y'all leave Whitney and Marsha out of this. We will leave Whitney out of this, but Marsha ass got to be on trial for what she did.
Hey, she got to hit the middle of the flow.
Come on, Eastwood. You know she sounded terrible.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, let's move on.
Respect to Whitney's legacy. Respect. The Illuminati killed Whitney.
Ray J was a part of it.
Yeah,
let's move
damn
on.
sure
We're
was.
not going to go too deep into it.
Handler.
Former CIA analyst Sue Me Terry. They names. Sue Me Terry.
Sue me. When I said Sue me, Terry.
Sue me, motherfucker.
Espionage.
Yes, Sue Me Terry indicted on charges of secretly working for South Korea.
Hey, Regina. Hey, Regina husband, you got to watch out. These white men trying to snatch her up. She can't even go into the damn. She can't go in no store without getting hit on.
Yeah.
Eastwood Hub said, "Who? What? Where?" They said, "You sexy thing, you." They need to go to a black church and find a singer in a choir if they're desperate enough.
Nah, we could let them.
That's where the greatest singers come from.
All of them.
Don't put Marsha and Whitney in the same sentence. I agree. The rendition came with a 30-day rehab ward cemetery. Yep. Sue me, Terry.
All right, so a prominent North Korean expert and former CIA analyst has been indicted by the New York grand jury on charges of secretly working with the South Korean government in exchange for designer goods, Messenger Star medals, and $37,000 for a fund that she controlled. Sue Me Terry, who was once a member of the U.S. National Security Council, first acted as a foreign agent in June 2013, and she began meeting with an unnamed handler on multiple occasions.
She was getting free bags,
Exactly,
free merch.
according to the indictment, which was unsealed Tuesday. At the direction of Republic of Korea government officials, Terry advocated ROK policies positions, including the published articles and during media appearances disclosed non-public U.S. government information to ROK intelligence officers and facilitated access for ROK government officials to U.S. government officials, the indictment alleges. She did this all for received lavish goods, including a $3,000 Louis Vuitton handbag, a $2,800 Dolce & Gabbana coat, and dinners at the Michelin star restaurants, and she was paid to write opinion articles and advocate South Korean policy positions in America and Korean media outlets defiling claims.
Honorable definitely would have went for some shit like this. That Louis bag and that Dolce Gabbana.
She said, "Fuck America."
What is the one she said she do? We said those. It was something else she said she did. It was another brand.
No, it was a jewelry store.
It wasn't Tiffany. It was, what was it? We said Tiffany. She said something else.
I forgot.
She said.
She should change her last name to bitch. Sue me, bitch.
Sue me, bitch.
Oh, well, they about to sue your ass. Alleged Korean spy Sue Me Terry held Washington happy hour for agents, wrote propaganda with husband in indictment. She was charged, obviously, South Korean and raging designer goods. It lists her columnist husband to co-write propaganda articles for her alleged handlers, according to federal court documents and social media. I'm willing to bet that husband is white. What you think?
Probably so.
Cause you remember the other white dude from a couple years ago? He was fucking with his Asian secretary. She turned
it was
out to be
Cartier. Always Cartier.
I don't think it was Cartier. It wasn't Cartier.
It was Cartier. Yeah.
Yeah, Max Boot is her husband. That's the other guy we was talking about. So a white guy. So these white dudes, see these Asians sending these Asian women over here to get their claws on these white men and taking them down.
Cause the white men love these. Damn.
Yeah.
He was doomed from the day he was born. They should have known he was gonna fuck some shit up. Look at how he looked.
We good. All right. Is that article still up here? Hold on, y'all.
I mean, have at it.
All right. So we're gonna get into this.
I can't even look at him. I can't believe he tried to assassinate the former president.
The former president
I
of the
can't
United
believe
States
it.
of America.
Just ridiculous.
All right.
Or nigga.
Sue me, nigga. All right, let's go ahead. So Trump survives assassination attempt at campaign rally as it unfolds. Let me ask y'all a question. We talked about it last week.
We did.
It's been a week now. We've got more information. Y'all still think it's staged? Somebody got smoked. Another person got injured. Do you believe it was staged at this point?
Absolutely.
So I think Trump was never.
Trump would never. Why would he? He already had every.
You're saying it wasn't staged.
No, it was not staged.
I'm asking for your real opinion. Do you think?
This is my real opinion.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. Do you think it really was staged?
Leave the former president.
Okay, let me ask this question, and I'll move on.
It was a setup for sure.
Do you think it was a? Do you agree with her that it's a setup, an inside job?
I think it was an inside job.
Do you think somebody in the Republican Party wanted them gone? Or
It wasn't just a Republican Party. They teamed up with the Bidens too, allegedly.
Oh yeah, hold on. Before we go in, this is above politics. When somebody give you the green light to get killed, it's above the politicians. It's somebody. It's the real people in charge.
The big guy.
It's the big guys up there. So you think it was them, or you think it was just some low level attempt to get him up out of here because they think he's gonna win the race? But that seems very lazy to say. Oh, they thought he's gonna win the race, so they want to kill him. It's like, you don't
lazy journalism.
You don't kill the American. You don't kill a former president and a nominee because they might win. You usually do that when they've done something that's unforgivable. They've fucked up some deal or they've ruined some chance to make some money. Trump, when he's in office, they make money.
The economy is flowing.
Everybody, when Trump was in office, all these businesses and corporations made money. So I don't think that they would want him out of there for that reason.
Did you see the Puerto Rican version? I'm on the fence. Truth and Lies, like the Bible.
Yeah.
Staged. I would love to fly on a. I would love to be a fly on the wall where it was decided that the ear was worth listening.
Yeah,
worth losing. Sorry.
Somebody said he put ketchup on his ear.
I think it was staged. They haven't released the medical reports on his damaged ear. Makes me wonder.
Well, they did say initially that he didn't get shot, that it was glass from a camera that penetrated his ear and made him bleed.
It wasn't staged, but he made the most of it during the RNC. He's supposed
he
to.
leaned into it hard, yeah.
He could not look weak. He had to look strong.
Yeah, so he leaned into it as he should, like Travis.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
I'm leaning into it.
He's supposed to lean into it. You try to shoot me?
So this is the young man.
I don't know what that is.
Who allegedly did the shooting. Thomas Crooks searched for porn before shooting Trump. So he had to shoot something else before he shot the gun.
Is he an inbred? The Hills Have Eyes? What's going on?
I don't know.
What type of glasses is cutting into the ear like that?
No, they're saying glass from the
Ninja Turtle.
To the camera. They said the camera that was in front of him was shot and the glass ricocheted and hit his ear.
That was some Tabasco sauce on his ear. Y'all wildin'.
Sources tell the Daily Beast that FBI found his search history when they managed to unlock 20-year-old Crooks' Android phone. There's going to be jokes about that, him being an Android user. The last search Thomas Crooks made on that cell phone before attempting to assassinate Donald Trump was for pornography, a senior law enforcement source has told the Daily Beast.
So why do we need to know this?
I'm bringing this up for a purpose. How many times have we seen these mass shooters and all this stuff? It turns out they have a strong appetite for pornography. You can go all the way back to the shootings that happened in the late night. What was that? The main one called? The two boys who shot up the school in late night.
Columbine.
Yeah, Columbine shooting. It turns out they were, sexual deviants. So how much do you think that plays a factor into their decision to go out and commit these type of, even though this was him trying to shoot the president, it wasn't some mass shooting, but yeah.
I think when you opening up that portal opens up other portals.
Yeah, okay.
You get darker and darker and darker.
So yeah, let me move forward. Old video showing Trump shooter getting bullied in school surfaces. So let me show this video.
Stop. God, put your leggings.
They slowed down somebody just holding his leg. Is this bullying or is this just like friendly teasing?
Might have been friendly teasing.
But they're calling that bullying. This ain't really bullying.
Why they sit like that? Why they sit with their legs like that? It's weird.
All right, let me show the next thing. This is just amazing. I remember during the George Floyd protests,
he was
one of the young men who was on video doing something threw something at a police officer or something. He went viral. And it turned out that he was in a commercial for some corporation. I forgot his name, the black dude.
Say it again.
He was in a commercial for the Olympics or something. Remember the black dude who did something during the George Floyd protest? He did something to injure a police officer, and then he went viral, and they found out he had ties to like some commercial for some corporation.
I don't remember.
Well, this dude who shot Trump is in a commercial for BlackRock.
Eastwood. Crooks was in a BlackRock commercial.
Exactly.
So he was sent.
The people who buying up every damn thing and their entire...
They don't want Trump to be in office.
If I'm not mistaken, the entire board for BlackRock is tiny hats. Talk about diversity or lack of it. All of them. BlackRock is completely ran by... Let me play the video.
I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say that guy made this place a special place to come to school.
And it just so happened that in the commercial, he's one of the few students that get a close-up.
Don't that dude got a 6'6" on his shirt or something? What is that?
I don't really know if that's 6'6", but it might look like it. It just so happened that he's center cam in the commercial. What a surprise.
They have all this set up years
in
ahead
advance.
of time.
But see, when you start saying MK
Price's actor.
When you start talking about MK Ultra and planned attacks and false flags, people start calling you conspiracy theorists and all this other stuff. It's like, look, man, nothing is by coincidence in this world. You really expect me to believe that Donald Trump, who has a Secret Service, and funny enough, you brought this story up a few weeks ago of Democrats signing a bill to take Donald Trump's Secret Service away from him.
Yeah.
Now that people are looking at y'all weird now, why were you trying to take his Secret Service?
They were the blacks.
A few weeks, all of them, except one was white dude. A few
Next
weeks.
story, can't hear.
Nah, we got to talk about this. Right before he somebody attempts to kill him, y'all want to take away his Secret Service. And then you expect me to believe that these people who are trained to protect the president, they come weeks in advance to scour the area to make sure all the places that he can be shot from or harmed from is covered. There's a barn or whatever that they don't bother to put a person on. They see him and don't do nothing. One cop climbs up the ladder and sees him. He points the gun at the cop and he runs. Agent across the field sees him and don't bother immediately shooting. So either it's an inside job or it's all staged, it's all a play.
I agree, Honorable. Stop trying to discourage African-American people from voting red, Duke.
Okay.
The jaw and the forehead ratio is remarkable.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
His parts are behavioral therapists, MK Ultra, not inbred. It's funny that funny-looking whites was given this mission, if staged. They can claim he's not like us.
Yeah, they already went to the whole he's a loner.
The dude was a sucker patsy. No way he was the mastermind behind this.
It goes along with the same thing that happened to Kennedy. The dude they're accused of shooting Kennedy on television in front of the world. Somebody walked up on him and blew his head off.
I remember Pastor Darby saying a lot of Syracuse's first introduction to darkness was pornography.
Yeah.
Yep. Them portals need to be shut down. Y'all hear that some rich dudes shorted Donald Trump stock?
Yeah.
They say before the assassination attempt?
Yeah,
like
I heard
over
that.
$50 million short. Crisis actors better buy some BlackRock stock. It was an inside job, but little buddy missed. And come to find out, the major investors of that group were the Bushes. Stop. Okay, who hired y'all to be the Democratic shield? This is counterproductive. I am not a Democratic shield. Why are you saying y'all? Why you put me in this? What's a sucker patsy?
A patsy, the person who take the blame for some squatter who get used to commit some crime and take up the blame for it. Patsy. Hold on. I already said that one. Trump said he survived. Now, these are the other than the jokes that other than the jokes they told about Biden smashing ketchup on his ear and stuff.
Y'all a team. Yes, we are a team, but we don't share the same. We don't agree on everything.
Here's some out of all the jokes, obviously about it being staged, him smashing the ear. I mean, I catch up on his ear and stuff. Here's the other jokes I heard from the other side.
I see the president, well, the nigga that's running, Trump. He got shot, dog. They shot him. This nigga done been shot. This nigga done went to jail. He done scammed people. And this nigga my uncle? Who the fuck? Who the hell? He's black. He's officially black now, bro. This is beautiful. They shot him. He was like, yeah, I'm having a fight. He was fine. He was doing like this and walked out with an American flag on him. Like this. He put one of these like, I'm a real nigga. Fuck, nigga, I'm out of here. That's hard, bro. I wasn't even finna vote. I'm voting now, dog. He got it. He won. I wasn't even finna vote. I had no skin in the game. I like, that nigga got shot. He won. Fuck the bullshit. He had real ops, nigga. What the fuck? Joe Biden's biggest op is the stairs. That's it. He had real ops. Somebody really tried to listen. That's how you know he a real nigga, bro. Joe Biden has been trying to kill himself his whole presidency. So nobody had to kill this nigga. Nobody had to try to kill it. Trump been just ready to go his whole time. And like, we gotta fucking off his ass. And missed. And just skipped his ear and missed. That's crazy, bro.
Okay.
Hey, Mexican nigga, you fuck with Trump? Yeah? Hell yeah, that was good. Huh? You say amen? He not God, nigga. What the fuck? That was crazy.
So shout out, that's Cam So Funny.
Is he funny?
You didn't think it was funny?
No, I didn't think it was funny.
You didn't get a little nothing?
Oh, my thing not working.
Yeah, gotta step
it
in.
It was not funny.
Gotta step in.
Sorry. Who are you saying sorry to? You just said sorry.
It's talking to you.
Sorry. Duke who hired you to be a Democratic shield. You're behaving like the light-skinned goofy who be crying for a Democrat on Twitter.
Wait, hold on.
Damn. I can't even.
All right, you just shooting at me, all right. But no, I'm not no Democratic shield.
He bought and paid for.
Honorable going ham. Going crazy.
Go ham on an honorable.
Let me show a little bit of this. I'm not
Get him out of here.
This. I'm about to click through these now.
You weren't inside the event, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
Damn audible. Sounds like George. Wow, now. Shifty the vote is good. Cares about the parties.
And we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump, I think we're going to walk up through the field.
Yeah, we got a page. He barely posted, though, I'll be honest.
There under the shade and watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us.
Clearly staged.
50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the.
And I always notice that whenever they interview somebody, there's something about them that stands out. Whether they got a weird personality, weird voice, or they got spiky red hair, something about them is meant to stand out, to burn it into your memory.
Guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the
Where they find a ginger? Interview staged. He's holding a beer.
So this is him saying that we told them that he was on the roof and they didn't bother to do anything until after the shooting started. Let me go here.
I heard the shots.
The odds of
I thought it was firecrackers to begin with.
Talk shit, then get defensive. I'm taking notes.
He's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm in an emergency department.
Is it crazy to me, or the narrative being we just witnessed an attempt on the former president's life, and it don't feel
like it really happened?
It don't feel like we just witnessed a historical moment.
Like you're comparing it to JF Kennedy,
or Reagan. When an attempt at a president or a former president's
life.
Well,
that wasn't an attempt. That was a flat-out assassination.
To my Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah, but
took his head off.
Like it doesn't feel gloomy, or it doesn't feel like
there's a line that Kendrick has where he says, "There's an apocalypse happening, but nothing is awkward."
That's a good analogy.
Like there's it's the shit going on, but everybody's acting kind of normal.
Well, because we're on the Titanic and they're playing music for us.
It's like,
and the boat is sinking.
Yeah, it's like people are joking. It's like, do you understand when your president or former president or a nominee is running for office, and
I feel fake.
As an attempt on their life. You know how other countries outside view you? Like they look at you're weakened. So
we are desensitized to violence. That could be one of the factors.
Or are we desensitized? Now, this is not me defending Trump. But are we desensitized to Trump? Has Trump been dehumanized in media so much? Liar, thief, liar, liar, liar.
That you
bad
didn't have
person,
no,
evil man,
you didn't
terrible
have no
man.
pity for him.
Yeah, that something happened to him, and it's like, so? Like, he's been so, I don't want to do it. He's been so dehumanized as a person in media that most people just see an attempt on his life and go, who cares?
It feels like the media is ignoring the thing. It feels like everyone is in on it. Kind of scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They've been desensitized to violence. It's their nature.
It's fire. But yeah, that just hit me how people have been very nonchalant about his. Like the first thing people said is staged. And it's like, okay, somebody actually died there. Like it makes sense for us, for black people to be they all lying, but
well, you know, black people have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah, that too sometimes. But if I look at the white people and the other people, it was just like I'm surprised y'all ain't scared right now. Y'all should be in fear. But you know.
I'm a physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around and was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. Oh, and so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there.
So this is the guy who said, and I'm going to show this whole video. Let me move forward. What was this? Sorry, y'all. Shooter's father called police before Trump assassination attempt. Of course they did. They always know the person before they commit these acts. Oh, this right here. I'm going to show another post. Look at this. Black Americans need to make exit plans for the U.S. ASAP. Incoming Trump landslide and dictatorship. I know we all can't be saved, but you need to make concrete exit plans now. So this is the dude who's not American. He's Liberian. And he's saying that Black Americans need to get out of America. And you know the response was immediately.
What?
We don't flee. Why every time things start getting a little bit hot, first thing come to y'all mind is running. We done been through all type of shit in this country. We ain't running. So you see the comments, let me just go down. He said, he was in power before and wasn't a dictator. Don't fall for it, family. You are a coward and leave the house that my people built? I think not. Sorry, I'm an indigenous black woman with roots here in America, and other tethers and foreigners can leave. It's always fear-mongering with y'all. More space for us. Let me know when you're back in Liberia first. So the whole comment section was pretty much calling him a coward and how they're runners and that's their first instinct is to run. Do you agree with that?
Yes. We don't run, we fight.
Is it always a smart thing to do?
It's not always it's not always the smart thing to do, but we're courageous people. That's what we do.
Is it courageous all the time, or is it sometimes ignorance?
Oh, now we ignorant.
I never.
So what you trying to say?
I knew you gonna. I said nobody was ignorant.
We unite, we fight.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. New York Post tripping. Dem staffers asked after Trump's. Okay, but I'm just going to skip this.
Are they Jamaican now?
So a whole bunch of people got fired because a lot of these Democratic political commentators and stuff started making posts joking about Trump getting shot. Like one black woman, it's a lot of black women, by the way. One black woman said,
that was
and it was like, why would you say that? You're in politics. What are you doing? You're a politician. You shouldn't say that.
Vacuous, dumb.
You can't talk like that. But it's my point about people seeing that a former president almost get shot and not looking at it as what it could have been. Like,
that was a dummy mission for her.
Say what you want about a stage or whatever. If Trump goes down right there, it is a civil war immediately. Within a week, it's a war going on.
They would love for the U.S. to leave this. They would love for us to leave this nation. Ethnicity check. Also, I feel like y'all should be having over 100K subs by now. Always good quality information with.
Appreciate that. I really appreciate
come back 10 years from now. Well, I ain't gonna be here 10 years now. But it is what it is. Listen, these people who have these big platforms normally know somebody who knows somebody. All these people know one another. We don't flee. With all them mixed families gone do. I think as it. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Go ahead. I think as a country, we've seen so much we don't even care no more. It's sad that the future for so many so-called black nations is tricking us off this land so we can go build for them, and they don't even like our Western ideology. Shaking my head, dummy mission. What she say? The audio cut off. Exactly. Oh, a few days. Real people die in movies. Black Dot Urban X. Did you just censor yourself? I didn't hear what was said. That's cool.
That was just lag.
Yep.
All right. Oh, what she say? The audio cut out. Well, who you talking about?
I guess she thought we were censoring herself.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Trump makes first public appearance at RNC. I watched some of the RNC, some clips, and funny enough, the only thing that came from that to me was Trump obviously going to bolster and bluff his way, talk about how he's the real survivor and all that stuff. But I want to talk about this, the funnies that came from it. GOP pushes diversity with speaker lineup at tonight's Republican National Convention. This is what Revolt posted. When I saw this picture, the joke immediately came from this was that, remember, you never trust a bald-headed liar. Except you got, what's his name there? Byron Allen. Not Byron Allen, I'm tripping. Byron Donalds. He
the
was
dude
there.
right the other dude on the cross from him.
So you got two people on there with some hair with hairlines. But I just found that funny, and I want to jump to this and show. Let me play Ameber Rose, some of her speech, and I can play the whole thing. And Ameber Rose, Kanye West had a line where he said, my homegirl.
Not the white rapper in the center.
It said Ameber Rose said Kanye West had a line where he was saying Ameber Rose said that she's never going back to Philly. Basically saying she's going to do whatever she got to do to not end up in that situation.
Well, she's white now.
She is completely identified as white. Now she's saying her dad is white, so she identifies with him, and he's brought her to the light and realizes that this audience is her real people.
Well, Jocelyn whooping her ass. The Afro Latinx whoop his ass.
Did Jocelyn win?
Yeah, Jocelyn won.
Do we think that?
No. If Jocelyn wouldn't have won, they wouldn't have her lead the show. Why would the loser lead? That don't make sense.
Yeah, the loser leads sometimes.
When is a loser ever left?
You're less likely to talk about certain things if you got your ass whooped. You're less likely to sue. Well, no, you're more likely to sue. I'm wrong about that. I'm sorry.
She won, dude. It's clear she won.
She probably won. Never mind. Let me play what she had to say.
My entire family is racially diverse, and I believe the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump.
Well, hold on. This woman is raising a black son. Well, it depends on which son you're talking about. The son with Wiz Khalifa,
that's a black son.
But
honorable.
Tyga is half Asian and half black now. Exactly. His father is black American. No, his father is Jamaican.
No, that's Jamaican.
So you telling the truth on one of them, honorable.
Telling the truth.
People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies.
I'm not even rich, but I'm trying to not go back to Philly neither. Real talk.
Tell the truth. Tell them then.
He said, y'all better not turn Bootleg Martin style.
Nah.
Please. And I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters.
So basically up there being, she's trying to get her money. Get your money.
Get your money, black.
It's alleged that she is tied to
she has another 2 kids.
Damn.
Whore on a stage. Whores on a stage.
What was that shit called?
They subbed her for Stacey Dash.
Wow. Oh yeah, what happened to Stacey Dash?
They did Stacey dirty. She been ran through by these white men. We thought she was ran through. I'm not gonna say that. Stacey Dash but she's an alcoholic.
Yeah, she's definitely alcoholic. I remember when she was on that.
She was on College.
It was so
College
obvious.
Hill, a celebrity edition.
It was so obvious she was a drunk.
You could tell how she isolated.
She looks
was
very
reclusive.
what they call it, not flustered, but she always looks dejected or confused or something. You could tell I know what alcoholic look like. So.
She don't have a child with Oh no, she has a child with Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, the old boy dating Cher.
Black China has the child with Tiger. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, we get these hoes.
I mean, she was with the whore walk, slut walk too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other child is with an old boy dating Cher. Okay. I was asking a question about Ameber Rose. She had a kid with Tiger. Here I go, the spreading misinformation. Stacy is celebrating rehab. Last I saw of her, she a whore. Dre racist. From slut walks to Trump, talk is nasty work. Peace fam. Shout out to Shantae. I know that. Town Bicycle. Oh my God. Oh yeah, they were friends.
All right, now let me play this music video she got with this white rapper. Cause Trump.
She's a rapper now?
Yeah, apparently she's a rapper.
Okay, that's why Honorable called her the.
Yeah, they're now calling her a rapper because you know she's associated with black people.
So she's added that on to her resume.
Yeah, she's never rapped.
Multi-hyphenate.
So Trump and his newfound criminal felony status has decided to lean into quote unquote pop culture, and now he's trying to bring hip hop and all this other stuff to his speeches, to his conventions and stuff. Let me play this. This song is Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice, ain't it? So they use a white beat.
She's white.
Use a white beat. I can't lie. I remember back in like 2014, I thought Ameber Rose had the greatest BBL ever.
Who?
Ameber Rose. She had the best BBL back then. It wasn't done too much. She didn't have an ant booty, but yeah.
Like BBLs. I see.
Red pill poppin', swerving in the Trump truck. Republican 4G, and Tifa knows what's up. Red, white, and blue, mega nation. Throw it up. Black, white, and brown. All that above Trump. Democrat party gon' take your freedom. Indicting our president because they can't beat it.
All right. We don't got to play the whole thing. They're on the hippie
This
hop
song
now.
says video is embarrassing. Trash.
Now I want to play this right here because
Crisco Reed.
Joy Reid.
Oh God, she dyed her hair blonde. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, she all over the place now. People was on her ass about that them braids for 2
She just
years.
going too damn far.
Now she got blonde hair.
Ameber Rose, and she got on the hoop earrings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ironic that they were able to recruit this young woman who, you know, and she's a racially ambiguous. I don't want to say she's black because she has said she's not. So I don't want to say this black woman, this woman who is of whatever race that she has claimed. She said she's not black. But they brought somebody whose whole career is based in black culture. She used to be on a show on BET. That's the reason most people know who she is. She dated one of the most prominent African-American rappers in the business in the history of hip-hop. So her whole culture came from black culture, even though she says she's not a black person herself. And the fact that she is now the person they're using to try to recruit young people of color and to say that this is the person who is the endorser of Donald Trump who you should trust, when she won't even claim the culture that brought her to the table, I'm dubious that this will work. I don't know anyone who takes their political cues from Ameber Rose, but just in case you do, you might want to duplicate doing your own research because she might not have done it thoroughly.
So, kind of funny that her that's calling somebody black horror.
This is the wrong blonde. Didn't we get on Beyonce for this? Well, Beyonce has blonde hair.
You did that one?
Shit, all these politicians and their shields as hoes, only loyal to the fake, what's that? Faux money, faux power, only original Crips, Dems, and Bloods are Republicans.
Yeah, Democrats and Republicans.
Welcome back, Regina. We missed you already.
This is going to offend the liberal elites. Every time I say it, it offends them. But let me say it one more time. America is not a racist country. No, we're not.
I wonder has he called off that marriage yet? Now that Trump picked that white dude, JD Vance, I want to be called off the marriage now.
We'll see if their relationship lasts.
See if it lasts past the election.
But if you are looking for racism today, you find it in cities run by Democrats. Warmest regards from Detroit, home of the NFC North champion, Detroit Lions. In seriousness, didn't Wesley do a great job? He and my mother raised me never telling me that this is a racist country. Never. Never.
It's just funny how they all got the same same look.
They happen to be of a certain hue.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Go ahead.
Black people have no place in politics, used as pawns and scapegoats. They rarely, if ever, make a meaningful change. Tim Scott got a baby on the way, too. Wow.
Oh,
He
really?
really got a baby on the way? He put one
a
in
baby
that
in?
quick?
Hey.
He was trying to get in office bad.
He wanted it bad.
Regina, sadly, all the black shields aren't doing it for money or power. They just love to volunteer in exchange for being welcomed with white spaces.
I agree with that.
Who the speaker have heard of him before?
No, I haven't heard of him before either.
before?
Hold on, let me.
Who is that?
He a pastor. This dude right here is a pastor. Hold, let me do something right quick. Hold on. I can get his name.
How can the GOP have both Ameber Rose and an evangelist
I'm sorry, hold on.
at the same time?
You said what? His name is Representative John James from Michigan. I don't know him. I guess they found a black Republican and just threw him on there. All right, let me go through this stuff now. Let me move through this. Hold on.
President Trump came to a church that is in
Lorenzo.
a Democratic stronghold. He came to a church to listen to average, everyday Americans like you and like me. He came to a church not to speak to us, but to listen to us. He came into a church, and a lot of people, they were upset. A lot of people, they would ask me questions. Why would you allow Donald Trump to come into your church? How many know that the Bible says we are all sinners and we all need the grace of God? How many know that the Bible says, he who has not sinned, let him cast the first stone?
That's the Bible quote he chose? Really? All right. Savannah Christie's speech at Republican National Convention.
Tim Scott is the lightest, darkest skinned Negro in politics.
Christie's speech at the Republican National Convention has confounded her friends and family as insiders reveal why she really thrown her support behind Trump. So you got the Christies, isn't that what they call?
Chrisleys.
The Chrisleys, the fraudsters.
Damn.
They fraudsters. Their daughter, they're now trying to get him off by being behind Trump so he can.
Well, they supposed to be letting the mama off.
They're trying to get some help. Everybody's there trying to get help from Trump.
Because Trump will let your ass off.
So will. Biden issues warning to black Americans. Promises change if reelected.
Man, don't even go into that damn.
Didn't he just move? Didn't he just have 4 years? Or 3 years, should I say? Now he's warning. And said, I'll fix it if you vote me back in.
He ain't gonna fix shit.
Think that, and one thing does change. It's not an excuse, an explanation. I would ordinarily be going through black neighborhoods on the foot, working through the neighborhoods. I have a tradition. I close every campaign, no matter what campaign, going into the projects and going down the east side. And, hey, Joe, well, how you doing? Well, just because they're my friends, let them know I'm still there. We can't do that now. Not because of the black community, because it's too dangerous for me to be out walking with a company.
This on BT?
Yes. The man said the reason why I'm losing black support is because I can't walk through the projects.
Why can't he walk through the projects?
The first part is he's saying that if he wants black support, he has to go to the projects. Good Lord.
So what I'm doing, though, is trying to keep in touch with as many of my black constituents and letting people know that I'm available.
No, available. He's not. Well,
it's a reason why I got involved in politics.
Biden is the first mumble rap president in history, but if another person would win,
Oh yeah,
what is his name?
Robert Kennedy
Robert
Jr.
Kennedy Jr. Ain't got shit.
Goofball and numb nuts. Nut jobs. I'm sorry.
Maybe popcorn isn't around.
In the first place, not a joke.
Corn
not
pop.
a joke.
Corn pop.
Everybody deserves a shot. Everybody deserves a shot. And we.
All right, we can move forward now.
I need to see Joe in wealthy black neighborhoods. We need to see him with the boule who does his dirty work.
Yeah. A new poll bolsters dump Biden push. So now we've been talking about this already. The Democrats are ready to dump Biden. The word has been put out. The green light has been laid on him. It's over. I've heard that there's rumors that he might step down soon if they can prove that they don't think he can win the race with numbers and polls and stuff. So you're seeing there's already letters behind the scenes saying it. Democratic Representative Seth Moulton says Biden recently didn't seem to recognize him. So now they're pointing out the mental incapacity that he has, and he don't even recognize who he.
Yep.
Biden is isolated at home as Obama, Pelosi, and other Democrats push for him to reconsider 2024 race.
Oh.
The part that don't make sense is why would you wait to the final hour? Unless you know you want the other side to win.
While the Menendez verdict was coming down, I was also texting sources to confirm the existence of a new letter being circulated by congressional Democrats that effectively asks the Democratic National Committee and DNC delegates to delay the virtual roll call process that would effectively make Biden the nominee well before the convention at the end of August. Now, this virtual roll call is not the norm. It's not something parties typically do, but it was put into place when Ohio had a rule on its books about when the Democrats needed to put forward their nominee in order to put that person on the Ohio ballot. But in the intervening weeks since that rule came into existence and really into tension with the Democratic nominating calendar, we've seen the state of Ohio rectify its rules. Now, in this letter, in part, more than 20 Democrats, I'm told, along with my colleague Scott Wong, have signed on to this effort saying, hey, Ohio has dealt with that rule issue. It's no longer an issue now. Let's delay this virtual roll call process that could start as early as July 21st. In the next few days, really, this is effectively Democrats saying, I know that the news cycle has turned. I know that there is attention in other places. But at the same time, I don't want this silence to make people think that all Democrats are on board and behind President Biden. This letter is sort of a way of them saying, Chris, hey, we've still got problems. We've still got questions. And we'd like the DNC to say that they hear us on this and give us the time and the space to parse out our concerns with President Biden before just officially nominating him.
They done.
Yeah, and an ice cream truck on a loudspeaker yelling, "You ain't black if you don't vote for him." Where was this, Regina? They wouldn't get any sales if I was there. Y'all know they're considering Roy Cooper, governor of NC, as VP. I thought it was the black dude, the last name Robinson, Lieutenant Robinson. What's his name? That they was considering for VP?
Dude,
the black
Robinson.
dude.
Yeah, Lieutenant Robinson is his name.
What's wrong with Roy Brilliantly?
I don't think none of them going to get in, honestly. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Let me just... You see this?
You know I saw that.
1,400 black women signed letter of support for Biden, condemn lack of Democratic unity. And it's already a great war happening behind the scenes. So you have the people that want Biden out of office, and the reason why they want him out of office is because they want to introduce a new candidate, because they do not want Kamala. And then you got the other people who want Biden to stay in because they want Kamala to have a chance to get in office behind Biden. It's not 100% accepted that if Biden steps down, that it's going to be Kamala that gets to pick. None of the people behind the scenes want Kamala. So you got, I believe personally, it's the Clintons versus Obamas. Obamas want them gone. Clintons want them in.
Yeah, the Obama there. They flat out said he got to go.
And unfortunately for y'all, because it's Biden and the Democrats, black women are going to be in the middle of it because black women want Kamala. When I say black women, I mean the black female political class. They want Biden because they want Kamala. So you see stuff like this. You see question for white Biden got to go Dems. Y'all couldn't even bring yourselves to get behind Hillary Clinton, but you expect us to believe you'll support Kamala Harris in a greater numbers than you support the white man you're throwing under the bus. So they worried about Kamala. Let me show another one.
You know, it's interesting because we were talking about this during the break. I mean, this is the Javier Milei election, right? I mean, and then in Argentina, that's how that went, which is that you had this coalition of, and not to be cruel, but it was described as sort of an incel election. It was the young, angry men of Argentina who, they wanted a macho candidate, and it went along with policies like banning abortion, banning birth control, and the idea of no-fault divorce. It all kind of goes together. That you've seen this kind of election before. You see the same thing in Hungary. Like the Orbanism of the party it's rooted in returning white Christian men, but also white men and white adjacent men, black men, brown men who are white adjacent in terms of trying to also be in that dominant position in society.
She just called black men white adjacent. Think about that for a second. She just referred to black men as white adjacent men. Then you got this. Matter of fact, I'm going to skip these two stories and play this.
I'm going to say what a lot of these folks aren't saying. I'm just going to say it. If you think that there is consensus among the people who want Joe Biden to leave, that they will support Kamala, Vice President Harris, you would be mistaken. And I'm going to say that because if they're going to come out and say all their little things on background off the record, but they're not going to be fully honest, I'm going to be honest for them. I'm in these rooms. I see what they say in conversations. A lot of them are not just interested in removing the president. They are interested in removing the whole ticket.
Well, why would they?
The whole ticket they won't go on.
Why would they keep Kamala on the ticket?
Well, that's the point. That's the battle. You got the people that think it should be Kamala. That's the next candidate. But you got other people that saying she can't win. Get her out of here. We want to completely replace the entire ticket.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
You think that's going to work out for them?
As far as what?
What other candidate do they have?
You said that they should bring Westmore.
I do. If they're gonna go completely new ticket, yeah.
No, you haven't. If you go back and listen to those things,
I could skip. He got mad at him for not talking about
She
Trump.
said, "Aren't all men equal, Duke? Y'all seem to be during relationships/gender debates. Black men love pretending like white men history is his history."
Whenever I did that, every time I've spoken about gender, I've always made it in the context of black people. Always. Although I can't disagree completely with some people when they talk about gender, they try to make it a global or even national thing. I'll say national thing about when it comes to men and the women dynamic. Let me go back to this. Hold on. Kamala Harris, with Kamala Harris looking unelectable, the Democrats are considering a nuclear option. So obviously that means they're going to try to bring in a whole new ticket. Let's move forward.
Conference, but didn't meet.
I ain't got to show this video. Zelensky, he don't want Biden to step down.
Of course he don't.
He want to keep getting money off of him.
He getting a lot of money off Biden.
So he has already came out and expressed, "Hey, we need Biden." He didn't like Trump's VP pick.
He must not be for the
because he's spoken against war. This dude, the VP pick, he's spoken against war, so he said we don't want to bring somebody in who don't understand how this works. Basically,
you keep giving us money.
Yeah, and then allegedly Netanyahu canceled his trip to America since this Biden thing been going on. So it's kind of up in the air for them. They don't know where everything's going to land. I don't think Trump is necessarily a true the person they really want, especially Netanyahu, because Netanyahu he stabbed Trump in the back. So Netanyahu was like, if he get back in office, I'm gonna have to kiss some ass for him. He had to smooth that relationship over with Trump, or Trump is gonna call for him to be taken out of office, and for somebody else to get put in.
And he's still on. Don't he still got a case pending or still going on?
No, he beat the case, but now he got to worry about going to prison now.
Kamala ain't getting no vote. I don't care how many GT letters are submitted from black women in entertainment. That's y'all wasn't used to per.
Okay, per se. Okay.
House of Cards, real time. Oh God, House of Cards. Don't even talk about the show.
Kamala Harris gets bad news in 3 backgrounds. Say we already went to this. Yada yada yada. They saying that she can't win. What's this right here? This is Bakari Sellers responded to Pelosi. Says she's open to a nomination process, and he responded, "I'm confused if Pelosi, Schumer, and others. The misread is the misread is utterly fascinating. Maybe it's audacity. You think you're going to, 1, do this in public, and 2, not openly endorse MVP. I'm so disappointed in people I love and respect." Then you got this picture right here.
Oh my God. What the hell?
I was going to get back that ass up and play the song. Oh, a whole lot of ratchet shit.
Kamala at her best.
I ain't gonna lie, they gave
money.
They gave Kamala a bottom on her. I ain't gonna lie.
An arch.
Kind of crazy. This is another person on social media who has some level. This is the one who was copying Yvette and Tone shit, but she said, "Yep, many folks have been saying this in an attempt to pass over Kamala Harris and many black voters. Understand it that way, being that the most faithful Dem voters with the highest turnout rates are black women. Good luck with that." So she's saying that if you get rid of Kamala, you're gonna lose the black female vote.
Oh, Ida B. Wells.
I don't think that's true. I don't think they're that behind her. As they said, look at Plies. The Plies is just.
Oh, he
sad.
getting money.
Yeah, he definitely getting paid. He said, "Dear."
Oh, they got tapes on his ass.
One of the two. He said, "Dear Adam Schiff, Pelosi, Schumer, and Jeffries, y'all may push Joe Biden out, but if you bypass Kamala Harris, y'all might as well call off the election and endorse Trump the same day, because black women and black folks ain't going for it. Have a nice day." So you see right there, once again, the black political class, they separate themselves from the common black people. He just did it right there. Let's move on. Then he said, it's right here, he said, this is Torian Walker. A black woman posted this picture right here. She said, "Black women showing up on November 5th to vote for Biden-Harris ticket."
You didn't realize what the Dahomey tribe did?
Exactly. She posted a picture of the movie The Woman King, not realizing that those women were known for capturing and selling people off into slavery. So you're literally saying that you're selling your people out. Black women are selling their people out. See, the irony of selling that message by using the image of a tribe of women that sold other black people into captivity. Then I want to show this right here. Now, Kamala hasn't been cackling as much when she talks anymore. She's definitely
toned it down.
She's on some uppers now. She's trying to tone it down a bit.
They've been trying to portray themselves as the party of unity. But here's the thing. If you claim to stand for unity, you need to do more than just use the word. You cannot claim you stand for unity if you are pushing an agenda that deprives whole groups of Americans of basic freedoms, opportunity, and dignity.
Oh, you talking about Torian Walker? Why you don't like Torian? Torian, I think how you say his name.
Torian.
Yeah, he's a black dude. He talk politics and social commentary type stuff.
I don't know who that is.
I don't think he's a gender war person. I think he point out stuff that he disagree with.
If you watch Tyler Perry movies, chances are you vote for Biden.
Let me play this one right here.
Black women.
This is Biden's protector right here.
Play the passage of Time speech. LOL.
Well, what speech you talking about?
What speech are you talking about, Kifa? Did y'all talk about the PSA with her and Tahaji, with her talking about girl, I'm in these streets? Yeah, that was when she was on the BET Award, Shantae. They watched the movie. Oh, okay, Honorable. She said they watched the movie. As in we watched it so y'all wouldn't have to endure it. That's the thanks we get.
Hold on.
That's the thanks we get for watching that shit.
You talking about this right here?
Kamala has a speech. She always says it's about the passage of time. during the war show.
And talking about the governor and I, and we were all doing a tour of the library here, and talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Dude, Kamala got a brain.
Day in the life
what the
of
fuck
our
going
children.
on?
This woman that said passage of time like 4 or 5 times in 30 seconds. That's crazy. God damn, Kamala. Good Lord. All right.
Dummy. 4 years of this. Hell no, Keeper. We not doing it. Hell
As
no.
the president, too?
Bald-headed ass Simone Sanders. Where the hell she been?
You think the vice president is the only natural choice? From what I have heard from folks, there's a lot of concern from DNC members about the money and what could be raised. I have heard from people that said, well, I don't think the vice president can win. And what does it say to the base of the Democratic Party apparatus that yes, a black woman can be vice president of the United States of America, but she cannot have the top job? There's just something about...
Remember, you right. Apparently, Kamala got that good brain, LOL.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, I skipped the video, but Biden had a quote. Cause you remember when Donald Trump said that the migrants or immigrants are taking black jobs, and they've been using that as a talking point. And Biden said, "I know what a black job is. It's the president. It's the vice president of the United States." And they're like, "Well, technically, she ain't black. She's Indian and Jamaican, which is really also Indian."
Not a flattering suit.
He said, "A president is the former president of the United States, and Barack Obama." They're like, "Well, he's Kenyan and white, so that's not black either."
But that's not a black woman, though. Bald lady.
That's an Asian job.
that says she can't do the work, even though she's been doing the work. You know, when the United States got into a little tussle with France because of the submarines in Australia, it was Vice President Harris that the president asked to go to France and smooth things over with President Macron.
Didn't she excuse you out of her?
Yeah, she fired your ass. But she really didn't fire her. She planted her in the media to do this propaganda.
You know, before Putin invaded Ukraine, it was Vice President Harris that went to the Munich Security Conference and, again, gave a rousing rallying cry and warned our European allies about what was to happen and how the United States was going to lead. And so I don't understand it, Mika, this conversation about anybody other than the vice president. And I think the last thing I'll say is, if in fact Joe Biden can't swim against the tide anymore, it would behoove him, I think, to come out strongly and say what he has been saying. Every time he's been asked about the vice president in the last week, he said, I think she can be president. So Joe Biden should say, in my opinion, if you want me out, you need to show me a plan to make sure it's her. And until I see that, I'm not going. I do think...
LOL, she hasn't done anything. Nice try. Black job is the flatbed wallboard job that them illegals took from our company a few months ago. No cap. Oh my God.
She got that magna cum laude.
Oh my God. Magna cum laude. Think about this. People believe that the father determines racial identity, and immigrants have to use that to position their child in the highest seat of the land. Something has to change. Shaking my head. Well, her father is Indo-Jamaican.
Yeah. So it's not.
So she's Indian, Asian, all around.
Yeah, she's not black.
I bet Kamala is using the other Verrun smoothie thing outright with France. I've got hoes.
Oh.
Brain Surrey Dam.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be honest. You got us hold on. Then I look it up and I know exactly what it is. It's a person? Yeah, this is something I don't know what that is.
So let me walk.
All right, last thing I want to show. This is what? What?
Walk you through this here. And that is this here. For the last
it's an ancient
20
god.
days.
Okay.
The attacks on Joe Biden have not come from the right. They've actually come from his own party.
Yes.
And so one of the dumbest things in the world. Now, we saw Donald Trump lie constantly in that debate on June 27th. What you did not see was Republicans talking about all of his lies. They totally ignored it. So what you have, so with all of that, you still have a very tight race. The greatest, so the fundamental problem for Democrats is this, and folks don't want to deal with this. You have Dem power brokers who've been trying to get Kamala Harris off the ticket for 3 years. They don't want her to lead the ticket. So the 2028 battle is happening right now.
Yeah.
Clown is Haitian. Roland, one of those beautiful people y'all spoke of earlier. Why they never tell us what the lies are. Siri messes up my point that Kamala smooths things over.
Hoeing globally. Oh, okay.
Hoeing globally.
Oh, okay.
Here's the problem, though. If you pick anyone other, if you take Biden off, you pick anybody other than Harris, you can't transfer the money. You can't transfer the 1,000 campaign workers. You can't transfer the 100 field offices. How do you build a national campaign on the fly in a matter of weeks?
Well, you do that when you don't plan on winning. And it kind of, the debate was already bad.
He's getting darker. Is that from stress? Our vacation with Biden is falling out of favor. Holy shit.
But it was already bad after the debate. But once the shooting happened with Trump, it's like they know they're going to lose. You may as well take Biden out and move forward. Sending Biden out there, it just ain't going to benefit them probably at this point. They already knew it,
for the money, they did it with Bernie.
Yeah. Bernie. I remember when, what's her name? Elizabeth Warren single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, but for the most part, just tanked his campaign by not just dropping out. She did everything she could.
Oh, she would not.
She wouldn't drop out.
She wouldn't drop out.
So now, yeah. You can go past all this. So yeah, they scared that if Biden drops out, they're not going to choose Kamala, and all those black political class people that's been pushing Biden and trying to get inroads into certain rooms and trying to build their own platforms and try to get some money out of the situation. They shaking in their boots now.
Weekend at Bernie's is almost over.
Exactly. How many of them will get fired if Biden lose, or if Trump becomes president? Let's just say it like that. How many of them lose the job or the position they have right now?
If what?
If Trump wins.
Oh, what you mean? The White House?
Does Simone Sanders still work at MSNBC?
Well, they can still use them to talk shit about him. But they're trying to change.
Hold on. If Trump get in office, it's going to help viewership. Spending every day talking shit about Trump is worth money, especially if he is the president. You see what happened last time he was in office? All the ratings went up for them. They loved it. They
Rachel Mad Cow. They better put up the Cali boy up there to represent Dems. He'll get my vote off for reversion law. You gonna vote for Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom can't win because he has a affair on his record.
He's a wicked devil.
And he's too much of he comes off as very arrogant to people. Middle America is never gonna vote for him.
I don't know what episode we talked about it, but we did a whole breakdown on Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom and her being connected to a whole bunch of things.
It's 3 families in California that run everything, politically at least.
They all get hired. They clean house for less. They failed the mission.
Exactly.
He's a lizard. All whites are wicked devils.
All whites are wicked devils. So she's saying they all evil. Deal with the one that can benefit.
Did she just call me a boy? All the boys so disrespectful.
All right, man. We're going to let y'all go. We've been holding y'all up.
What lizard mean?
Look it up. Lizard people. Look it up. Got any last words for the people?
Thanks for coming and spending this Saturday with us. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be on this platform with us, and we appreciate the We appreciate the support.
Definitely appreciate the support. Be sure to like it on the way out. Subscribe if you're not. Share it if you can. And as always, man, thank y'all for coming through. First I'm going to start with be safe. All praise to the Most High, and peace, man.